Those of us who ride the edge usually get one good thing the street remembers us for. A song, a catchphrase, a legend, and the best of us get a name on a drink at the afterlife. But every so often, the best walk out of the shallow grave dug for them by some corp, screaming revolution with their iron held high, and they hear the screams of hell itself echoing behind them.
City. This is David Johannesson for N54 News. Today, we continue our coverage on the horrific incident that happened 2 weeks ago at the Militech NorCal military base. The death toll has increased to 3,750 people as more bodies were pulled from the ruined buildings, decayed concrete, and countless piles of rubble that the base has now become. We at N54 would like to express our deepest sympathies to the families and loved ones of all those affected, killed, and otherwise injured in the attacks the other day. We support strongly efforts by the NCPD to uncover the culprits behind this senseless, heartless, and reckless attack on our fair city and the citizens who call it home. Stay tuned for more updates.
Hello everyone. No rest for the wicked, I'm afraid. We have a small loose end that needs tying up. Gather your things, grab your hottest iron, and meet me at the Inferno. There is work to be done. See you in a few hours.
All right, everyone. Hello. It is me, Emmerron. It is Tuesday, which is not a day we normally play Neon Inferno. But here we are. We are going to play Neon Inferno tonight. Tonight is a little bit of a special episode, as if the intro wasn't giving it away enough. We are doing ourselves a little celebration. This is a little send-off to what we started a year ago. And in a little added story, let's say, that contextualizes some of Season 2. So we're doing ourselves a little epilogue here called The Echo. With me tonight, unfortunately, I did ask some of the other players from Season 1 if they could play. Some of them are out of town right now. Some of them are busy with other things. But that being what it is, we do have 4 players tonight. As the credits said, we have Cody coming back as Dr. J for one night only. We have Maya as Electo. We have Ghost of the Valley as Way. And we have Connor reprising his role as Afterimage. So welcome, everyone. It's good to have you with me tonight.
Yep.
Tubular.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really...
Dare I say the doctor is in.
The doctor is indeed in. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I for those of you who are not aware, I was out of town myself this weekend, and I made sure I woke up a little earlier than normally we would on a trip out of town so that we could drive back and get here in time for tonight. So I'm very, very pleased to be here with all of you tonight. So let me go ahead and just shift us over to the other screen here. I just want to activate. Come on. Oh my goodness. let me open this and then activate this. So we will use our Afterglow title card to cover things tonight. But make no mistake, this is pre-Afterglow, the timeline that we're dealing with. All right, so yep, there's everyone. We've got Dr. J hasn't quite updated his Fugi, but that is all good. He was kind of the last one to join tonight, and through no fault of his own. Oh, I guess Connor hasn't updated his yet either. Connor, did you need After Image again? Do you still have him lying around on your computer to update your Fugi?
Yeah, let me check real quick.
Yeah, because if you do have it, great. If not, I can definitely send it to you. I've got the images for everybody. Oh boy, new Neon Inferno. Yes, new.
Yeah, I have.
Newish. Okay, good. Yeah, newish old Neon Inferno. This is going to be an interesting one because we're kind of doing this one a little blast from the past. Tonight is, like the intro said, just 2 weeks after the end of season 1. So it's going to be a little bit of fun. Started session 0 with the party on Sunday. Videos have helped so much. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, G-Man Bach. Thank you for letting me know that. No, I really appreciate it. If I can help, that's the whole goal with that series. So I'm really glad.
You wouldn't happen to have the actual image for Dr. J still, would you?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Yeah.
Go ahead and shoot it over to me, and I can just change my profile photo in Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I got you. Give me just a sec.
I have my current character still on my phone, but I think I got rid of Dr. J.
No, you're totally fine, dude. That's why I save all of these, just in case they become needed in the future. Let me hold up a sec. I need Madcap. There you are.
Could always just bring back Rat.
There's good old Dr. J. I just shot 2 on Discord in a DM, so should have that.
Got it.
All right, yeah. Sorry, audience, for the little bit of scuff, because as being out of town, I did not have access to my computer or the ability to code things in Foundry. So there may be a couple more like brief breaks tonight than we typically would have, just so I have the time to kind of code in things that need to be in. But all the same, it's going to be a fun one tonight. All right. So let's get things started. So tonight, we are going to talk about loose ends and why they're such a fucking problem. Tonight, we're going to talk about some interesting developments that happened in the weeks following the Inferno. And we're going to visit some familiar places and see some familiar people. So, as the intro kind of stated, you all get a Kool-Aid Man way. No wall is safe except for prisons. Well, in prisons, they can ion link you. But yeah, so to start the game proper here, you all get a call from Royal asking for you to meet him at the Inferno tonight, that there are a few loose ends that need tied up, and he needs your help in resolving them because he isn't quite sure really who else he could call to do that. The loose ends that need tying are ones that need to stay, discreet, and that's where we kind of begin the session. As always, any eddies you have on your characters at this point, these should all be pretty much identical carryover saves from the end of last season, minus the fact that I've given you the benefit of full health and repaired armor. So
my humanity's at -1.
Oh, is your humanity? Why is your humanity at -1? What? I see your humanity at 5 on the token on the board. Let me make sure that you don't still have ownership over the other version. I see. Hold on. All right, I've stripped your ownership of the wrong token because I have 2 Electos in the server right now. I've got the old one that is a copy, and a new one which is the self as it stands.
Oh,
after
okay.
glove.
Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So that token should represent the one on the board.
Do you know
Okay,
how
this looks
to
right.
make
Yeah.
Dr. J my primary character to if I were to click C and pull up my sheet, it would not bring up Celsius?
Try it now.
There we go.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So yeah, that's where we kind of begin. So again, you have 2 weeks from the end of the last episode of season 1. You have all the eddies afforded you on your character sheets right now, all IP available to you. So any spends you want to do, you are absolutely, entitled to spending those things or contacting someone who can help you spend those things in the case of expensive items. So yeah, let's go from right to left if we want to here.
It's always a travesty for me.
Unless you're not ready.
I'm always first. Well, what's sad is my roommate just left with my phone to pick up a Target order, and that's where my black chrome is. You know what I mean?
I got
Yeah.
you. I got
It's
you.
a little tragic.
Then,
So let me figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. If you're not ready quite yet, I might be able to help with your lack of Chrome. Here, you could also, all the black Chrome items should be browsable within the server itself, because they should all be ported into the core version. So as long as you are able to view those, you should be able to go through them. But if not, if you give me like 5 seconds, I can fix your problem.
I just got my phone actually.
You did? Oh, good.
Yep. He just got back, so we are all good.
Beautiful. So then, yeah, let me maybe go left to right, so you have time to kind of scroll that. Yep. So let's start with Ghost. So Wei, what would you spend 2 weeks doing? Finding what IP or Eddie spends do you want to do?
Well, I did a pretty good job of cooking out any IP I had left over, so that's just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
But I think after the events of everything, as everything kind of calmed down, Wei would probably just waste most of his time burning eddies, having drinks, watching the arena fights, because like the cat's out of the bag on that. Started with the celebratory drink, and now it's just he's killing time watching fights at that arena, just kind of seeing the silhouette of Yuri in the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every so often you see some competitor come in with blades, and you can't help but wonder if it could have gone differently, right? If those last moments had to absolutely happen the way that they did.
Nope.
But we only got one shot, and hers passed through that window. So, but yeah.
Yep.
So you're at the combat arena spending time. So you don't have anything in terms of eddies or anything that you want to burn?
No, just eddies on drinks if you want to try and do some quick mass for a charge, but I feel like that's lifestyle.
Nah, yeah, for you that'd easily be lifestyle at this point. I mean, hell, half the time people might buy your drinks because you've kind of proven yourself here before as well. So it's not like you made that one guy who comes here regularly pretty rich. So he probably wouldn't have an issue paying for every couple of drinks for you, you know? So yeah, so that'll be Wei. So next in the order, we have Dr. J. So Dr. J, what, if anything, would you like to spend eddies or IP on?
So this would have been post meeting back at the bar after the final session, right?
Yes, yeah. So we are going to be 2 weeks after that. Yep.
So if you remember right, I sort of just snuck out the back while everybody was partying and just said, I'm done. I'm out of here. See you fucks later.
Yeah, no, I remember that. But yeah, Royal says there's a loose end needing tied. So,
and my immediate response to his message is, really? You couldn't have, you had to get me back? Why me? You have to have bigger guns than me.
He says, see, normally I would agree, but a certain edge runner made it a condition that they wouldn't come back unless you were part of the crew tonight. said that you saved his ass on more than one occasion, and to do it with another med tech just wouldn't feel right.
Well, I'll see what feels right when I'm the one saving his ass again tonight, I guess.
Yep.
So I would have been just doing my own thing, man. I probably would have just been working and trying to get back into the swing, maybe getting a few extra hours in on ELO just to try to relax.
Totally.
That was a lot of fucking stress, for me in the last, month.
Well, especially, yeah, because every night they've got that kind of report going on, counting the death toll, counting the damage, counting how much destruction was caused.
And what's really unfortunate is I'd probably be helping those people too, knowing that I, was part of this, and be like, "Oops, gotta fix you."
Yeah, and it's probably something deeply, like personal to you, is like you feel absolutely responsible for these people and making sure that they make a recovery because of what you did, or what at the very least, if you didn't do it directly, you definitely aided in it. So you know that you had a hand in it for sure.
Yes, I mean, I honestly, if you want to I'm gonna say that there would have been an anonymous donation to whatever main hospital or trauma team was helping the victims.
Yep.
There would have been a $5,000 donation, though. I'm guaranteeing you right now from me.
Yeah, I mean, NC Medical definitely would have set up some kind of victims fund to help pay for expenses for people, for anyone who would have donated. So yeah, the main NC Medical Center would have definitely had something involved with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I would have sent a $5,000 donation, and I'm actually just going to subtract that from my Eddies, because, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Mark of Corn, bit of unexpected fallout, you say. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, though, because that's sort of blood money at this point.
Fair.
And I'm like,
so you just slide that in.
Go.
Yep. It's like...
No, yeah, I was just gonna say, I wouldn't be doing anything productive, though. I wouldn't expect to be getting called back, so I'm just gonna say I'd be chilling.
Fair. When you get the call back, you do have a little time during the same day, though, to shop. So is there anything you would prep to get ready if you know there's a gig on the way?
I was pretty armed to the teeth when I even leaving that last encounter. I think the only thing I'd really want to pick up, or at least see if I can find, would be some more poison arrows.
Sure. And I mean, yeah, those are relatively easy to come by for sure. Let me check. Because I believe poison are just 100 eddies per bundle. Yeah, they're 100 eddies per 10. So poison arrows, easy to come by. Yeah, so if you want...
I'll pick up 20, so 200 eddies.
Beautiful. Yep, so just go ahead, deduct that in the donation you made off your sheet. Okay, perfect. Other than that, so that'll just be it. Those arrows are it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be probably just playing ELO in the time being.
Fair. Electo.
I imagine she would have probably spent most of the 2 weeks just absolutely frying her brain on BDs. Just no consciousness for me, thanks.
Yeah, fair enough. Can't really say that I'm...
Don't have to process any emotions about what happened if you're not even here.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean... It's, something's familiar about the BDs too, and it's at first, you just do it because it's something to get you out from reality, but the more you do it, the more you kind of are reminded of the times where this would be your life, tuning these things. And part of that diet maybe involves old BDs that you had of Estrogen Light Rail.
Probably not. I don't think she'd be willing to revisit that so soon.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
I think that is staying firmly buried for now.
For now, yeah.
It'll have to come up eventually, but 2 weeks after you nuke a military base probably isn't the time to start digging into your feelings.
Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. All right.
I think what I will do though is I'll probably buy some synth coke. So that's 20 eddies a dose, right?
Yes, I believe so. I'll double check that real quick. Synth coke is 20 per dose.
Okay, so I'll buy 4 doses of synth coke. I forgot how much shit Electo had. Jesus Christ. We're talking
She had a couple things.
armor piercing grenades, EMP grenades, incendiary grenades, armor piercing heavy pistol, basic heavy pistol, acid paintballs, AP rifle, basic rifle, AP rocket, smart rocket, basic shit. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, woman.
She came ready to fucking throw down. That last
She was ready to kill anything and everything.
that last op was not that was not final for her. That was just gonna be, she intended to make everything in her way a speed bump. That was just it.
Yeah, literally. Oh god, she has a flamethrower too. I never even used that. I just have it.
Well, tonight's a good night to use it.
Yeah. I also have a fake Demolitron where the description is the fucking first part of the B movie script.
Alrighty then.
I'm funny. I'm fucking hilarious.
You made that. Yeah, I was about to say that was your description. not
Yeah, I
mine.
did that. That's funny as fuck. I'm hilarious. Okay, I think, buying this synth coke, I have enough of every kind of grenade, and maybe I'll buy 2 more smart rockets, I guess. How many eddies is that?
They are 500 per rocket.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Little expensive, but I think you'll agree worth it.
Yeah, I mean, cheaper than the CEO they killed.
Jesus Christ. All right. Beautiful.
Okay, that's it for me.
That's it for you. Okay, great. Let me. And then finally, Connor. I know After Image is one that saw a little less action last season. So,
Indeed.
what did you want to? What did you want to give him?
I want to
popcorn
try to
flavored kibble.
find. Okay, I may be chipping in.
Okay.
But let's see. Because there's this pretty cool Cyber Matrix Gang Jazzler, which allows you to knock someone out when you're choking them if they fail a resist drugs and torture check.
Yep. No, that's
So
a fun
I like that a lot for my little non-lethal character here. But I do need a cyber arm. But then I can buy a cyber arm from Black Chrome off the Mecha Man Smart Glove without having to give away any of my humanity. So that's 2 $500 items. So I would need to hit up a fixer.
Yeah, I mean, Royal is definitely of a high enough rank to help find that stuff for you.
Okay.
So yeah, and he would happily be willing to help and locate that before the op tonight. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
So then let's do that. I'll get both of those if that's okay and have it installed.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just get that onto my character real quick.
Yep. And then the installation will just run you an additional 500 eddies, just so that we're
Okay, it's so I'm not getting anything installed here at that point.
Oh,
it's just
going
the items. Yeah.
It's going into the glove. That's right. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Do
So,
they
yeah.
have the 12 days of Cybermiss on?
Should be in there.
Because I'm not seeing it in the index when I'm loading. I'm looking for the Cyber Matrix Gang Jazzler is what it's called.
Let me look. Sometimes they just call it something like.
Yep, Gang Jazzler.
Yep.
Exactly,
sometimes
perfect.
they'll leave the brand out on the name.
Okay,
itself.
cool. So let me get that on my character sheet real quick, and then I have one more thing I want to buy after that.
Totally.
So Gang Jazzler. And then also the Mecha Man Smart Glove. Bada bing. And then the other thing I want is... Gotta remember real quick. Let me go look into the weapons section of Black Chrome.
You're good. This is letting me get my last few mooks programmed. So
Beautiful.
I have no issue with you taking a moment to look through stuff.
I want to buy Faisal's Magna Knuckles.
Magna Knuckles. How much are those?
You're buying from Faisal?
They're
My rival?
1,000.
They're 5,000?
1,000.
1,000. I was like, 5,000.
Sorry if I said, yep.
Holy shit. Cool. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine. I'm just finishing calculating something here. Beautiful. But yeah, you as long as you got the eddies to afford it, you are good to go. The other thing is, I don't know that After Image ever quite knew Electo's utter hatred for Faisal. I don't think he was ever part of that saga.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
You know it by the brand when you see it.
yeah, she's like,
Yeah, just look at it and be like, "Arr."
that is blasphemous. How dare you show that to me? How dare you hold that in my presence?
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna pickpocket the party. That's where this is going.
Oh God. Oh dear God.
Okay, cool. Now I've got that all on my character sheet. Now I just need to take 2,500 out. Or sorry, 1,000. No, 2,000 total. Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
And then I also think I need just no, I have enough grenades. Yeah, I'm chilling on grenades. Okay, yeah, I'm big chilling.
You're big chilling?
Bing chilling. Yep.
Bing chilling. Got it. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you are all called to the Inferno tonight. Royal sets a time like 7 p.m. For you all to meet. And he lets you all know I'll just be in my normal VIP booth. Just come up, say hey, and we'll go somewhere else in the club to talk a little more privately about what needs to be discussed.
I am at 5 humanity. Cheese and crackers.
That sounds just like my medtech. My medtech has about the same. Or did at
Indeed.
least before our last session. Our last session helped him a bit in that regard, but not much. I've got like 1 empathy now. So yeah.
Living blind prayer.
Yeah, and
Yeah, literally.
And Electo wouldn't have bothered to get any therapy in the 2 weeks leading up to this.
Oh God, no! Are you kidding?
course.
She doesn't want to deal with these feelings. She's trying to bury them.
She's like, my
She tried to
feelings."
bury them under all the rubble in NorCal military base, and she still has them. She doesn't know what to do.
Oh, that really speaks quite loudly. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Great. So, as you all kind of arrive here, how are you all feeling about this, I guess? Because I know we discussed a little bit, like Dr. J is like, why the hell are you calling me back? I said I was done with this shit. And you're somehow saying that I need to come back. So I know Dr. J, you're not thrilled about this. But how are the rest of you feeling about getting called by Royal? I know After Image for you, you might just weigh this as like, well, it's another gig. Like it's job, it's pay time.
From
Yeah.
Way's perspective, I imagine it would be kind of just going through the motions of jobs never finished.
Fair.
Yeah, that feels right. Is it sort of like, of course, there's always more to do, but like I mean, Electro's hollow and empty and a shell of a person at this point.
Yeah.
So to assume that she actually feels anything about this might actually just be putting the cart before the horse there.
Fair. No, that's completely fair. And yeah, then After Image, I know like you didn't do as much work with the crew, but the last time you did do any work with them, you were nearly killed and kind of exited out the back door of the building. So how are you feeling about getting called into this?
I think that After Image would be like a little mortified by what's happened, but at the same time, if there's damage control to be done, then I think he wants to be in on it because of the fact that he wants to oversee that, like, not more destruction happens to the city. So, like, he understands that this is where, you know, the big dogs are and where, you know, the moves that are impacting the city as a whole are being taken. So if he can get in on it in any way, even working with some people who he views as, like, a little, you know, morally ambiguous, he'll do what he has to do. Also, Charlie, real quick, where do you find how much IP you need to spend to get your roll ability up?
I can tell you the algorithm for that. It's 60 times the level you're purchasing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
60
Would
times
Afterimage
level.
know that we're the ones who set off the nuke at this point?
The street tends to talk a little bit, and there was a lot of people involved there to be totally quiet about it, obviously. The main
Yeah, of course.
the main like media outlets like N54 haven't really confirmed anything. So that lets you know at least like whatever damage control has been happening kind of in the background things, either Rex, Royal, or some other people that are powerful on the ladder there. Whatever they've been doing to keep your names out of the mouths of the media has worked so far. Because they have not come knocking. The NCPD or Max Tech hasn't come knocking. So on that front, you guys feel relatively safe. Now, obviously, this is open to changing any second, depending on what happens on a day-to-day basis. So I think it's a fair guess to say that you've stayed quiet and low as can be, if not out of an obligation to the victims of the horrific thing you've done, out of a sense of self-preservation, definitely. Because, like, you know that loose lips sink ships, and the ship is like a tiny raft in the middle of a goddamn hurricane for you guys right now. So it wouldn't take much to sink it at this point. So yeah, that would probably be something that would have been to some extent on all your minds. But yeah, Afterimage, if you weren't aware of it before, you absolutely would be, aware from getting briefed by Royal or Rex as you kind of were called into this, because your role in this isn't as someone who was part of the attack itself, and therefore your name isn't really attached to the loose ends, but a runner is an important person when you're dealing with the subject matter that we're going to play with tonight. So they need a professional, and Blackout is not someone that's really been heard from since everything went down at Militech. And she was an Engram to boot, so having a flesh and bones netrunner is probably helpful.
Beautiful.
Yep. So with that said, so you all arrive at the Inferno. It's livelier than it's been in a long time. I mean, for a while there, it was just shut because of the fact that the NCPD raided it, closed it down. Electo, you remember very well that one day you had a crew of people that you raided a sub with, and then you never saw any of them again. Except for like the netrunner of Ghost, and he got flatlined not long after because of
watched
his own
him die.
hubris. Yeah, because of his own hubris, you kind of watched him get smashed. But his replacement's been a pretty good dude overall. I think you would agree. Yeah.
As far as edge runners go, it definitely had a lot worse.
Yeah, you absolutely could have had a lot worse. So yeah.
Oh yeah, there's fucking Soviet Santa with the goddamn chain rip. I remember that now. That was Lockjaw was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, no, Robert, the guy who played him, still talks about that session just because he's like, dude, I fucking love being called Soviet Santa. And I was like, hell yeah. It's really good. But yeah, so with that said, what do you guys so you guys all arrive on the scene. The whole club is very lively, and it seems like it's only gained popularity in the wake of the attack. And with the street talking like it does, rumor kind of rumbling, your names may not be part of the story that gets circulated. But even as you guys walk in, there's a line that's formed outside. And among the people that are kind of standing there, waiting, talking about the situation that's unfolded, you hear a couple people that say, yeah, I heard the fucking guys that did that, or they started in this club. Like, no one knows who they are, but rumor is the Inferno's where they started it. And like that,
No one knows whose they are as I walk in, fucking tweaking out of my mind, carrying a bag full of enough explosives to level the military base on their own.
Hey, no one's gonna question it. You guys are edge runners. You know, you guys get just waved in by security. Like they just look at your faces. They kind of know who you are. You're let right in. They don't even check you for weapons or anything. They kind of
Well, they know we have them.
They know you do, but they also know that what you have in terms of weapons and other explosives, all of that has been ordered by their boss. You know, Royal is bringing you in because he knows that that's your caliber. And they understand that he is the man they need to please. So they let you walk right through, and no one asks questions about any of that. So yeah, as you come in, Royal is sitting in the back, sitting on a couch, surrounded by women. And you all kind of remember the first time you met Royal. Some of you, that would have been him going absolutely psycho. Some of you would remember him from a time before that, Electo specifically in that case. And you too, Afterimage, probably had done work for Royal at some point before he, got taken by the NCPD and submitted to some horrible torture. And you remember that like very ambitious man, and the man you see there is a much colder, almost stoic figure as he's kind of sitting there. You can tell like he's having a good enough time, enough to kind of at least make that show of it. But it's not hard to tell that it's a show, right? Those of you who saw him before would know that this isn't really him, right? And as you all kind of get in and approach, he kind of makes a dismissive motion to the women. They all get up, they walk away. And he stands up as well and motions for y'all to follow him. And heads back towards the rear entrance to the place, which some of you may remember leads down into a sort of shelter used for those people who need to lay low below the basement of the Inferno. So,
Hell yeah.
Yep. So as you all walk back there, he, follows you all down the ladder into the bunker. He says, I figure if anyone's going to be listening to us, it'd be pretty impossible to do it in a place like this. We're the only ones who get to hear what happens here tonight. And that's probably for the best, given what I have to talk to you all about is deadly serious. So just a few days ago, I believe it was 3 days ago, the first word came. One of the Sand Viper scouts that we had kind of combing the city in the wake of the Inferno came to me and Rex and presented something really troubling. They claimed that they started receiving a signal within 24 hours of the base going down. Now, the signal is intermittent. So first, the more experienced scouts wrote it off because they'd seen and heard things like it before. Sometimes a wonky AI acts up when a power surge rolls through the hot zone. Sometimes, you get that cackle of electricity firing up as a backup generator whirs to life again for the umpteenth time before getting cut, a few minutes later. And these things produce signals. Sometimes, some server gets lit up. Sometimes it's a building. sometimes old radio antenna. There's all kinds of signals that come out of that hot zone in an intermittent fashion randomly as the district's residents kind of reroute power around. Sometimes they flip something on by mistake. And so obviously we thought everything was kind of over at that point. The scouts came back though, and they kept catching this signal. And then they started listening. And they eventually worked out that it'd probably be a good idea to send a crew of netrunners. And when they did, the netrunners reported the signal wasn't really stopping. Every 15 or so minutes, it was pinging out. Almost like some kind of echo that's just like waiting for some kind of response to it. And it could be nothing, but look, I just, with what we did, I want to make absolutely sure that something didn't get sent to some off-site backup repository or something. Militech's been in the NorCal base since the war. I think they even had some feed in that door before the war had begun. So it isn't impossible that maybe they had some server down there that was waiting to take in backup information or to send some kind of distress call. But they've largely scrambled down to a camp on the southeast side of the city. But they haven't left. And that's kind of what we expected they would do, is leave. So either this thing is what they were waiting for, and they just haven't gotten to it yet, or this thing is calling someone that they're waiting for, and they haven't arrived yet. And that's our guess. At least that's our anxiety about this. So, seeing as all of you are the ones with the biggest stake in making sure that whatever happened at that base stays buried, and given that it was the netrunners that brought the data back in the first place, so it's only fair a netrunner goes out to see the other side of this with them. That's why I brought all of you here. So I know that might be shocking to some of you, but do any of you have questions?
Yeah, where the fuck is everybody else? Aren't we missing 2 people?
Well, I'm sure you won't regret me not having given Persephone a call after the little stunt she pulled in the wake of everything.
And Electo's hand probably just starts fucking shaking.
Yeah. In the wake of her actions, I think you'll forgive me if I didn't go looking for her. And
all right, then where's the boy? Where's our little rocker friend?
The boy.
Well, Zeke has been on a little bit of a bender. Apparently, word gets around when you have a concert crashed by Militech. And, well, he's been riding that wave pretty fucking hard. So I tried to get in touch with him, but apparently he signed on with some kind of, Empire Tower Records or some shit record label, corpos. Money gets involved. And they're the last people I want sniffing into our business right now. So I let it lie. Zeke's gonna have to stay off the hook. But where you're going, I don't think you're gonna need to convince a lot of people. And his talents would probably be wasted on the situation. His gun would be welcome, and that's why I've invited another friend of ours who has a vested interest in making sure this stays buried. Geo, the leader of the Sand Vipers, should be here any moment now. And he will be joining you on this little excursion into the hot zone.
All right, you're gonna owe me big time. You know how many patches I fucking missed in ELO because I was out running around doing your wonderful nuke missions?
Yes, trust me. I'm not asking this done for free. Rex has amassed a sizable reward for you all. Should this be done correctly and that signal go dark, he is prepared to offer all of you your own housing. That rent is no longer an option, that you must contend with. He'll set you up in your own housing of your choosing. Obviously, there is a bit of a limit on that, but penthouses are not out of the question. New mega buildings are going up. Their penthouse suites are being swiftly completed. Some of them have been completed already. And he may have acquired some of the deeds to several of them in a poker game against a few powerful people. And he's willing to set those on the table along with a sizable reward of 10,000 eddies per person should this signal go dark. He's offering 5 times the standard rate for something like this.
So you're gonna hear Dr. J mumble to himself, I could have made that many eddies just leveling people's goddamn characters for 2 weeks, but no.
And you say that, but you remember, well, hold up. A rank 10 character is 500 eddies. I would need to do 20 of those in 2 weeks.
You're underestimating me.
I maybe slightly, but yeah. Then there's fixer cuts and everything, and you think 10,000 at once is not unfair, especially when it comes with a penthouse on the other end.
Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it's unfair. I'm just saying I could have did it myself.
But not the penthouse, maybe. Not the
No,
penthouse,
no.
maybe. Also, Nyla, thank you for the sub. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of my exposition. I wanted to get through that before I thanked you. Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that.
Is there a martini?
Yeah. He absolutely can hook you up with alcohol. That is no problem. He wants to
I'll
know-
just like snap my fingers at one of the servants who were passing by us or whatever. The servants. Haha. Sorry, server.
One of the help.
Yeah, that.
One of
One of
the
the
lowly
subhumans,
ones.
please. Give me one of the subs.
Jesus Christ. So you guys are in a back room right now, and he wants to make sure there's no further questions before. And he says, yeah, if you need drinks before you go, Gio's probably still a couple minutes out at least, so you can have a drink, have a moment to catch your breath before you go. But before we return to the club, do any of you have questions for me?
So if we chip in and the signal is something that's tangible for us, what am I supposed to do with it? Am I supposed to bottle it up and bring it home? Am I supposed to wipe it? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, a nuke didn't take it out. What the fuck are we supposed to do?
Well, it wasn't crushed underneath the nuke you dropped. So it's entirely possible that whatever's creating it could be newer than the attack on Arasaka 20 years ago. So we don't know what's generating it yet. We just know that we can trace it back as far as the old corporate center. And beyond that, we haven't been able to send anyone in to go deeper than that. We wanted to
And
get
we think
proper
that
talent.
the signal may be broadcasting information that we want to keep under wraps about what happened a couple weeks ago.
Yes. We aren't sure where it's going, but we know it's regular. It's going out every 15 minutes, pretty much on the dot. And our net runners were able to pick it up on their scanners. So we know that at the bare minimum, there's some kind of network-based signal that this thing is running. So
What if it's just a really lucky weather balloon that every 15 minutes is going, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Right. Because what makes us sure that it has anything to do with what happened a couple weeks ago? Just its timing happening after what happened? Or
the timing, the fact it's coming from the old corporate block, which means it could be coming from Militech's old headquarters there. They could have a bunker there. They could have all kinds of things. And I know I sent some edge runners in there to investigate something before. And the server room in that bunker was still very alive when they got there. So I'm afraid...
Wonderful.
I'm afraid that this is somehow connected. And I need to know either that it's not. So if it's not, then it's really going to be interesting exactly what is repeating every 15 minutes. So in that case, yes, I would like you to figure out exactly what it is. Because so far we haven't been able to decrypt more than a couple of, tangential fragments of it. And it's been very difficult to do even that. So if you can get to the source, there'll be less noise, less things in your way, I think, to really get into the bottom of what this is. And if indeed it is related to the attack a few weeks ago, we need it shut down. But if there's any kind of information that would intrigue us or be good for us to know, is there could be a key to keeping this quiet embedded within that data. So if we have that opportunity, information is a weapon, and we like to be well armed where that's concerned.
Out of game, is this area of Night City the one that previously we just dropped a nuke on?
No, it's the old corporate center. It's the hot zone of Night City.
Okay, gotcha.
The nuke dropped on
Do
the
we need
north
like
side.
hazmat suits?
Radiation suits would probably be a good idea, and Geo has said he has that angle of this op covered. He just says,
Oh, he's got that covered already. Okay.
You're all going to be taking a small detour to pick those up when you leave here with him.
Cool.
Yep. Any other questions for me?
If there's any drones involved, my rate doubles.
Noted. I don't think Rex will
Right,
complain.
now I need some fucking smash, and I'm gonna get up to leave.
Fair enough. Yep. If you're done asking me questions, go. Enjoy your time before Geo gets here. Get nice and ready.
And she's as he's doing that, she's just walking away, doing a little yapping motion with her hand, like yap, yap, yap.
Just tiny bit unhinged. Beautiful.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Awesome. All right, cool. So you guys head on out. And I am just almost done programming this. So you'll forgive me. Let me... And then... So yeah, I will go ahead and just put us on a quick break here, everyone. Those of you who are watching this live, we will be back in just a moment. I'm just going to finish putting a couple last minute things together here, and then we're going to kind of get into the meat of things. So I'm just going to do a quick ad break so you don't have to do that while we're live. And then we'll be back shortly. Those of you on YouTube will just be a couple seconds. So everyone just hang tight. We will be right back. Hey everyone, it's Emmerron here. I just want to thank you for watching the show here on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And go follow us over on Twitch, you gonk. We do a live show over there. We even chat with you after it's done. So come and join us Mondays, 7 p.m. Arizona time. See you there in the dark future tunes. There we go. Now we are back. I have done it. Maybe very briefly spoiled our live viewers. Very, very briefly. You won't have seen anything. It is fine. Anyway. Done did it. Yep. We got there eventually. It's not helpful that I have a million scenes here that I need to talk through. YouTube, you won't have seen anything. You will have seen nothing. I will have edited that out because I am good when I edit these down and at least trimming those things out. So you'll have seen nothing. Anyway, so you all spend a few minutes. Those of you who drink have drinks. Those of you who are just getting ready to kind of roll, prep your gear, prep your weapons, make sure your armor's set up right. And a few minutes later, a large nomad walks through the front door that you guys, probably all of you now, would recognize because he helped on the day of the attack on Militech. And that would be Geo, who I will drag onto our screen now. So let me go ahead, make this all visible for us. And then here's our friend Geo. Beautiful. So yeah, so Geo walks into the bar and he just says, all right, guys. So Royal told you what's up. You guys ready to go?
And I'll hold up my second can of Smash that I'm on in the 5 minutes it took him to get here. It'd be like, as ready as I'll ever fucking be.
Yeah, no, trust me, there's whiskey waiting for me at the other side of this, so I hear you, sister. Anyway, car's outside. Brought something particularly suited, I think, to what we'll be doing tonight. So find a seat, hop on in, and as you all walk out of the club.
As we're walking out, I'm gonna link arms with After Image. We're gonna be walking out together in a very forceful way, as in you're okay with this because I'm saying you're okay with this.
Yeah, at first I'm shocked, but then I just raise my eyebrow and sip my martini like I'm royalty and strut my stuff.
Beautiful. So you all walk out and parked in front of the Inferno. Maybe not so contrasted against the other vehicles because this is a combat zone still. You're in old Japantown. But it looks a little different than the other ones that are mostly graffitied up and really kind of trashed, like Americars and things like that. You see what some of you who might be familiar with Nomad vehicles would recognize as a Grundy that has had its cab extended a little bit. So everyone's got room in there to sit down and relax. But this thing is, big, beefy armored car with a combat plow in the front of it. And Gio just says, hop on in, get comfortable. It's going to be a little detour we're going to take down to South Night City. I've got some things I need to grab there.
So I'll scooch in and probably
I'll get in
be
the front
middle
seat.
Oh.
I used to know a very handsome nomad, bald with a mustache, dressed in a purple coat, who used to drive one of these. Did you get it from him?
That guy. Yeah. We run gigs with him every so often. What he didn't tell you is he borrows our car when he runs that one out. So, this is probably the same one you've seen him drive around in. And if he's claiming that this one's his, I'm going to have a fucking word with him.
That's not super surprising. He seemed kind of shady, but I liked him.
He's likable in good times. And then in the bad times, well, I just am glad he's usually on our side in those. So, as you get in the car and Gio starts it up, you begin moving down the road from Old Japantown and skirt alongside the border of the old combat zone through the Glen to South Night City. And lit up by flickering sodium, like those yellow-orange kind of sodium bulbs. You see the faded image of a petrochem warehouse. The faded logo of petrochem on a large warehouse. Electo, go ahead and roll me an education check on this one.
Education. All right. Base 10. Not terrible.
Yeah. And that is plenty enough. This isn't just a familiar warehouse. You know this warehouse. You remember seeing it in a brain dance.
I had a feeling as soon as you said Petrochem warehouse.
Seen it in a brain dance, and that was one of those brain dances you didn't watch over the last few weeks. It's a brain dance you'd never want to watch again, if we're being honest. So go ahead, roll me a resist drugs torture check real quick.
Famously great at these.
I know you are.
Where the... There it is, found it. Well,
like you said, famously.
she's not resisting shit.
Famously.
Yeah, it's true. I did say famously. -1.
So, go ahead and roll me a d6.
I know what this D6 is.
Humanity lost.
Is it slash roll D6?
Yeah, slash roll d6.
Let's hope it's not a 6.
It's a 4.
I'm at 1 humanity.
Oh wow!
No,
Holy shit!
You just lose
It's canon.
You lose 2 humanity, but
Oh, two? Okay.
Yeah, it's D6 divided by 2, D3, if you will.
Jeez.
But yeah, you have those memories flash back as you drive through the gate of this old warehouse. And unlike in the brain dance, the Maelstrom gangers that were out here aren't present, right? They don't appear to be anywhere. As a matter of fact, as you drive inside in their place, you might see their faces for just the briefest moment as that cyber psychosis kind of like surges over your vision. But you blink, and as you blink, you see replacing those Maelstrom gangers are a couple of nomads that are hauling around boxes. And Geo says, as you pull in, a few months back, we ran the Maelstrom out of this warehouse. Freaks were totally skezzed out, even by their standards. Fuckers had freaky voodoo shit all over the walls and blood. Took us a solid week and a half just to scrub it out. Thankfully, Rex made it worth our time, gave us some of the loot he had, some edge runners score off a sub. So,
To say yes, blood off the wall sounds like a daily activity for me anyway, so.
Yeah, see, but this isn't a hospital ward, so a little different. But as he kind of parks the car and lets you all out, he walks into one of the open bay doors on this warehouse and starts rummaging around. He says, I think I had those reds.
Oh, Electo's not getting out of the car.
Oh, yeah, no? She's probably frozen to her seat.
Yeah, literally, she's frozen. She's probably pulling up her tech tool, trying to figure out how to see if she could turn off the BD she thinks she's in.
Do I notice this?
I mean, she's definitely not a subtle woman.
Yeah, you probably would, because yeah, she's absolutely like kind of freaking out right now.
I'll just look over at her and be like, "Hey, you good?"
I don't know if she would be cognitively there enough to even acknowledge that you said something.
Roll me perception. Let's see if you can hear it kind of through what you're going through right now. Okay. Yeah. You kind of hear it. It's like that kind of hazy, far off kind of sound, but you do recognize he said something, right? Like you can make out the words, but your mind not be attaching much meaning to them.
Can I roll a deduction check to see if she makes the connection that because that isn't in the BD, that means this is actually happening?
Yeah. Yeah. And you start putting things together. Reality starts kind of like coming back to you. Like, this is not the brain dance. You are here actually. The freaky voodoo shit that Geo talked about, it's not on the walls. By extension, you definitely feel that sense of safety kind of wash over you.
She would probably be sitting there and then would, like, her pupils would dilate a little bit as she looked at after image and realized this is actually happening. And instead of just acknowledging what you said, she just pulls out a bag of synth coke. And she just does some synth coke.
Rail it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'll just sigh and then like get out of the car and be like, "What the fuck am I getting myself into?"
Yeah, and
while that was happening, Wade hopped out of the car, basically in sync with Geo, just ready to go to work. He's rolling his neck, ready to just go inside.
Fair. Go ahead. Anyone who is getting out of the car, go ahead and roll me conceal reveal object checks.
Starting off right.
Way doing
They're just getting them out of the way.
Way doing way shit.
Okay, he doesn't care what's here. He's just ready to go to work. Let it hop out on me.
Fair. All right, now Dr. J. Dr. J, I mean, it's maybe not surprising that you're the one who kind of rolls that high, because you immediately walk in, you know what crates look like when they're holding these radiation suits. Many of you have probably never actually been to the hot zone or to a place radioactive enough to need these. Dr. J, you've worked in wards where like victims of radiation sickness are, and sometimes they're contaminated enough to require you wear one of these as
You'd
a
be
sort of hazmat suit.
You'd be surprised at the amount of gonks that come in and don't know what they're picking up out of the hot zone.
Yeah, probably. And so you immediately kind of like navigate through the warehouse, and it takes you a couple of minutes just because of how big this place is to locate it. But the moment your eye catches the box with them in it, you know what it is. Walk right up to it and lift it off. And Geo looks as he kind of hears you moving something and glances over. He's like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's where I fucking put him. God damn." You'd think after the last couple months past, we would have had the time to get this place organized, but damn, like we've been busy. As I'm sure, you know, that probably shouldn't be surprising for some of you, but you know, you guys, by the way, if you want or need any kind of ammunition or anything, we don't have anything too fancy, like smart rounds and stuff. Didn't come off that sub, but they've got plenty of other shit that we have. We did sort that already. So if you
Better not
need
be
any-
the fucking carbon plague in here.
I'm sorry, what, the carbon plague?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Electo's still in the car. She wouldn't be talking to anybody. She's thinking that to herself because she remembers. She remembers. She threatened to make the submarine explode to get rid of the goddamn carbon plague.
Yeah, yes, you did. But he says, yeah, I mean, if there's any, you know, bullets or rounds you guys need, we got everything pretty much short of EMPs and smart ammo. So, you know, feel free to pick up whatever you need.
So as Dr. J sort of cracks open the crate with the suits, throws one over his shoulder, looks at Geo and goes, "Well, now I know why I guess he needed me after all. None of you guys would have been able to find this damn box. I'm just going to walk back to the car."
And he just kind of laughs a little at that. He says, yeah, I mean, that's the start of you being useful on this gig for sure. Probably need you for some other things too, though. Radiation isn't the only thing we're going to be dealing with tonight, I think. And yeah, you've got your suit. There's suits for everyone in there, even some extra large ones that were built for cyborgs that weren't made radiation safe by their implants. So yeah, you definitely all have suits that'll fit you in the box here. It comes in all kinds of different sizes. So,
Okay. And then so if I look for grenades, what kind of grenades are available to me in the box?
anything that costs 100 eddies or less.
And how many of them?
They're plentiful. How many you need?
Damn. I'll take like 10 armor piercing.
That, yeah,
Okay. I'll take like 10 smoke.
yep,
I'll take 10 incendiary.
cool.
I'll take 10 flashbangs. And then what's the shuriken one from Black Chrome? Is that what it is? Is a shuriken grenade?
Yeah, Shuriken Tornado or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. I'll take 10 of those. And I think then you're gonna like want me to stop, huh?
Probably, because at this point you're like trying to stuff more in your bag and it's just not really going down. You're like, ah, fuck, I filled it up.
Fair enough. Yep.
You might catch some of the other nomads giving you glances like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
and you're just like, yeah,
When-
I'm ready.
I just turn around and I'm like, one thing that you gotta learn about me, I'm a bit of a taker. You give me an inch, you know the rest.
Yeah, you take our whole stash of fucking explosives, but hey, you know, I think Rex, it's really Rex's shit at the end of the day. So if he has an issue, he'll send you the bill.
That's fair. But after they see what I'm capable of with all of these, and I kind of just like jiggle some of the grenades in my hands, I think they'll understand.
Yeah, I think you'll be hard pressed to find someone willing to argue with you on those. Hell yeah, all right. So he kind of looks around and says, "Okay, I think that's kind of everything that we need." So I'm ready to go. Unless any of you have anything else you need.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm good.
All right, beautiful. So, with that said, let me Yeah, these guys will work. I'm editing one quick thing. Bear with me 5 seconds here. Please. Thank you. Cool. All right. So you guys get in the car and drive this time through the Glen. And as you kind of go through, you notice, certain things are kind of in motion. You can see more people than typical, kind of lining up around some of these like social aid offices. And these places open early in the morning. More recently, they've been closing like late at night. So things like bread kitchens, bread kitchens, bread lines, soup kitchens, that kind of stuff. Homeless shelters, as the people from the north side of the city are just kind of looking desperately for anywhere that they can find shelter, really. Some of those places up on the north end just are straight up uninhabitable. And you know that in those areas, brownouts have become more and more common too. So, people are lined up. You see the police heavily enforcing like barricades and things like that. Once or twice, you see someone step out of line in a violent way because they were told something they didn't like. Even though you're in the back of the car and you can't hear it, the police, are pretty quick to restrain and or beat them. It's not pretty. And as you drive through the city, like that isn't like an uncommon thing to see different signs of like the ripple effects of the attack, the people who've been impacted by it. And that is right up until you get to the hot zone. And then it kind of, the scenery changes in a way that almost feels appropriate. Because here you see the people who've lived that way for the last 2 decades. Or at the very least were born into this and don't know anything different. And so as we enter the hot zone, for the most part, here it is fairly dark. Every so often you see lights that have been kind of set up in a ramshackle way, or barrel fire that's been lit by someone to keep them warm and provide some light. But for the most part, the only things you see are the flickering lights of decaying buildings and whatever the headlights of the Grundy catch. And the combat plow serves pretty well to like press through any kind of obstacles in your way. And it's a mean enough thing that even if you see people on the side of the road, they don't really cast you a second glance. They kind of see the Grundy coming and either ignore it or they run into nearby alleyways or buildings and scatter like roaches from the light. The car eventually does stop moving. And as it does, this is the one thing I need to draw here to have your Grundy set up. Okay. So you pull up to a building, a large tower. Some of the upper floors still have lights flickering as the power grid kind of comes and goes. Or the generators that might still be supplying it after the last 20 years. Some of these large corporate centers were powered by nuclear reactors and things that, some of which, despite the damage, haven't quit even 2 decades later. Even though they haven't stopped, that doesn't mean they haven't really been prevented from leaking radiation into the surrounding area. Some of these things have decayed quite a bit. So you all arrive in front of this building, and I am really quick here. Gonna draw in a Grundy, and then I'm gonna move you over to the scene. That's kind of Grundy-esque. And then Hold on a moment. My this tile is acting kind of weird. It's doing things that don't make the Grundy look like a Grundy. It makes the Grundy look a little more deficient than it needs to look. There we go. All right, cool. So I think, and no, that is not what I meant to do. Hold up. I need to bend it the other direction. There we go. That looks a little more like a Grundy. All right. So let me pull you guys onto the scene here. So we've got Electo. We've got Geo. And Electo. So who's sitting in the front with Geo? Because I assume at least one of you would be doing that.
I believe
Me.
after image.
After image, okay.
Way is in the far back because leg room, and it's a Grundy, so it's a car that he can finally fit in.
Fair enough. Alright, so we got him. I've got Dr. J. And I've got... wait. Very cool. So I'm going to load you all over to this map now. So you might all remember this map, if memory serves. Some of you may recall seeing this.
I do remember this one, and I actually just got like a flashback of hiding behind one of those pillars.
Recall? Perhaps.
Not in character maybe, but you definitely probably remember seeing this thing. So with that said, I'm just real quick throwing some dudes here along the edge so I can move them into position in a moment. But yeah, so you all arrive here, and Geo comments as he kind of parks the car. He says, I remember some of the Vipers bringing the crew that helped us from here. I think 4 went in on that job, and by the time my guys got here, I think it was 2 still had pulses. And, you know, I don't quite remember what happened to those guys.
Well, that bodes well for us, doesn't it? Hopefully we have better odds.
Well, that's why they sent the leader here in this time. Way I heard the story told, my guys didn't go in with them last time, so they thought maybe if I headed in with you guys, maybe it'll be different this time.
Don't end up like they did.
Hopefully whatever took those guys out isn't here still.
Yeah, way I heard it was a corpo hit, but yeah, hopefully not. And as he kind of finishes up, you see coming out from like behind these pillars, you see a couple of dudes, and I'm going to reveal them all to you now. Beep, 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 beep. And you recognize, based on their ugly appearance and very shitty looking weapons, these are definitely Maelstrom, and they appear to be scavvers, judging by the scrap that you can see poking out of some of the bags they're carrying. And Geo says, well, shit. I hope all of you have your iron.
And then Electo's just gonna rail some time warp.
Time warp. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I just want to say Wade just kind of wordlessly advances toward him. It just says, who needs iron? Hey, get the fuck out of here.
And go ahead and roll me face down. I'll roll for these guys real quick.
Wade's here to do work. He ain't got time for no trash mobs.
Yeah.
I haven't done this in so long. Oh yeah, the face next to reputation. There we go.
Little angry face, yeah. Yeah. Yep. And so the scavers, I'll roll for each of them separately. Just in case one of these guys gets really, really brave.
No, they're trying to set up an ambush and see the symbol. Or no, we're all in. I would imagine we're all in rad suits by this.
Yeah, so you guys probably would have suited up. But as they kind of hear the voice, the voice alone is pretty commanding. And when they kind of see how big you look compared to like almost everyone else in the car, you hear one of them say, "Sup, chew!" Oh shit! What the fuck is that? And yeah, they are definitely a little scared. They haven't backed down yet, but they definitely are not looking super pleased with this hulking form in the back of the car.
Then I'm just going to continue to advance it. Or no, we're still in the car.
You can get out of the car if you want to.
Yeah, I would start getting out of the car, and that would be where I kind of open it up to everybody else so I don't just override the scene.
Beautiful. So yeah, so they pop out, and Geo, of course, reaches under his seat and grabs out a fairly large gun that he had stowed in a specialized compartment. And you see the Hurricane assault weapon he keeps on hand, and he just cocks the massive barrel on this thing and just says, "So, you fuckers want to find out? Or are you going to let us be?" And he is going to also roll a face down on these guys. And he's got a bit of a rep too, so I'm going to make sure that rep is included for him. Oh yeah. And then each of these guys again. Yeah, and one of them says, "Come on, Skag, like really, this is not worth it, Choom. Like these wheels are nice, but they're not that fucking nice. These guys are gonna turn us into fucking paste." And yeah, they're like, "All right, you Choom must have a good night." And they kind of just they walk off. They're not looking for that smoke tonight.
You smoke too tough.
Yeah, they immediately see like the martial artist that is Way and the Hurricane assault weapon wielded by Geo, and they're just like, "Yeah, we don't want any of that shit." Geo says, "Well, that was a little easier than I expected. All right, everyone, shall we?"
Yeah, they're just trash. They're not looking for a real fight. We got bigger fish to fry.
Beautiful. So, with that, you enter the building, and I have this battle map for really nothing, I guess. That's fine. All well and good. So, we are going to go back to the home screen because there's nothing to do there.
Sorry.
No, hey, no, you don't need to apologize. Intimidation is indeed a combat maneuver. And it just so happens you've got rep and you've got muscle.
Ooh.
I had a 7 on an 8. It was like, these guys actually just don't want the smoke. I was still down for a slaughter as a warm-up.
Yeah, it's okay. You guys will have plenty to do later. I assure you. So as you walk into the building, Geo kind of leading the group. He kind of is looking around and he lights a flashlight and kind of is examining the floor, the floor and the ceiling above you. And you can all see it's pretty much decayed. Like, this stuff looks terrible, to put it lightly. And he just says, "Fuck, last time I was in here, I think this is way worse than the last time I was in here. Shit. I don't know if this will even hold some of our weight. What the fuck did they do?" And yeah, you can see this. This place is not in a good state. So Geo looks back at you after Image and says, "So this is where you come in. See if you can pick up this signal. It should be pinging off any second now."
Perfect time for me to have just walked downstairs. Give me 1 second as I go back up.
Getting your steps in today.
I'm getting my steps in so I can eat half a bag of chips and salsa. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
It evens out, right? Nutritionists.
It does. It does.
Nutritionists don't want you to know this one dirty secret.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Skills.
Go ahead and
Net.
roll me scanner.
Scanner. Confirm. I crit.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
All right, so you scan and yeah, you like at first there is nothing. Like you see nothing and you're like, are you sure? Like and then all of a sudden, as promised, a few seconds later, you just see this, it's almost like a white hot flash on your virtuality as this signal just strikes you pretty much dead on from the ground. In it, there's just like a rush of encrypted data. But your cyber deck is able to decipher one term coming out of this, and it is Black Swan. But you definitely detect, oh my goodness. Scarlet, thank you for the raid. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. For those of you who don't know me, I know Gaster, Sasha, and Diamond, you all know me, but Raiders, hello, my name is Emmerron. I am a Cyberpunk Red streamer. Tonight is not a normal streaming night for us. Normally we do this on Mondays, but seeing as I was in another state until like, how many hours ago? Like little over 3 hours ago. This is what we're doing this week. And it just so happens to be the 1 year anniversary of Neon Inferno. So welcome. Good to see all of you. As you guys, so after Image specifically, as you see this just rush of data flooding your vision and your virtuality, eventually your cyber deck is able to kind of like dim that light a little bit on you. But yeah, you just get like almost overwhelmed for a moment with just the rush of data coming out of this thing. It's dense.
There's a pretty significant net presence here, gentleman and lady.
I don't
Where
even
to
know what
start?
the fuck that means. Just
You
kidding.
know what the
Electro
net
probably wouldn't know
is.
what that means.
And Geo is like looking at a handheld scanner. He says, Electo, if you're techie, you'll probably understand this a little better. And he flips the scanner to show you, and you can see the same like rush of data just flooding the screen of this thing. And sure enough, it is able to isolate the term Black Swan as well, as he kind of flips it around to you. So everything else is encrypted, but that one term seems to get either deciphered or is otherwise unmasked when.
Can I do a library search on Black Swan?
You can go ahead.
Can I, after he does that, can I roll education to see if I make the connection to the Black Swan? Was it a fucking ballet? Is that what it is?
It's a movie, but I mean it's based on a ballet. Yeah. You can roll.
Could I, just to cover all the bases, could I try and roll a streetwise to see if I had just heard any rumors about the Black Swan while I was spending all that time at the arena?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Skills.
And I'll tell you kind of what all of you learn as you go through this.
The only thing that comes to Dr. Dre's mind is a character named Black Swan that he saw once on one of the servers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yo, I raid with Black Swan every weekend.
Yeah, you know, and you remember, yeah, Black Swan was pretty good at what they did. I'll leave it up to your interpretation what that means. Anyway, as you all kind of like, yeah, search your mind, search the net, whatever you do, So after image, let's start with you. A library search on the surface CityNet doesn't really produce a lot of data. There were a few files that netrunners talk about on some of the, deep web forums you're kind of aware of, that you sometimes look to for information when the surface net doesn't give you much. And they were talking about rumors surfacing of a Militech project that went by that name that was coming to fruition right before the bomb dropped. But a lot of the talk about this and any files that would have associated with that are very old. Most of them, unsurprisingly, are from right about the time of the war. What few remain. The rest, it's assumed any other data about the project probably was lost to the data crash.
Okay, sorry. Bomb drones from the old corporate war?
Those aren't words I said at all.
I'm sorry. I was downstairs again because I'm trying to finish what I was doing last time when I had to run upstairs.
Yeah.
But now I'm officially upstairs.
So, no. So the netrunners talk about a project that was some kind of special weapon project or something that Militech was working on right before the bomb dropped on Arasaka. So in like the Fourth Corporate War, this was some kind of project, but the few files remaining just refer to the project name. They don't really give much detail as to what it was.
Okay.
And it's assumed any files that would have contained that information, schematics, any of that probably would have been wiped by the data crash. But at the very least, it is a project name of something Militech is working on. So that does appear to you as some kind of a promising lead.
Gotcha.
Electo, you do put together that there is a valet that features a character, the Black Swan. But you're not really sure what Militech would have to do with anything related to that. It doesn't
Fucking nerds.
Yeah. And Wei, you don't know of a fighter by the name the Black Swan. But again, sometimes corpos come and they watch cage matches, even if they denied in the office the next day. And you're pretty sure you remember some suits a little too deep into their drink mentioned it once, somewhat recently, but they didn't give much detail. They just mentioned, yeah, it's a real fucking shame. Some of the Black Swan tests, they would put these dudes to shame. So you at the very least get the understanding that whatever the weapon was, they're saying it would have been usable in the arena. So yeah.
Now I'm interested.
So, with that said, so now we've hit the part where I get to start improvising, because I know what I wanted to write, but I didn't have time. So now this is gonna be fun. So yeah, this is coming from below you. So Geo starts looking around. And he says, I mean, the sublevels, as far as I was aware, the sublevels collapsed decades ago. The whole ground here liquefacted. Like, if there was any way down, it'd probably be buried under rubble. So now is the part where I ask everyone to roll conceal reveal objects, perception, or if there's another skill you think could be useful to uncover any passageways or methods of getting lower.
I would like to use the support of an app on my agent if I could. Can I use the I can't remember the name of the app, but the like stronghold one where it like
Fortify.
scans.
It's
Fortify. Can I scan around the room with Fortify for like an enhanced perception to look around and see if there's any sort of like hidden latch or something?
Absolutely. That is a way to do it. Absolutely. Yeah. And you do, to help this a little bit, After Image and Dr. J, and I'm also gonna roll this for Geo. Yeah, Geo doesn't quite see it, but Dr. J and After Image, you notice just very faintly, because it's kind of behind some rubble that's piled up. You do see a stairwell sign, kind of hidden and caked in dust, over one of the piles of rubble. So, if you point that out, Way, that is going to be a great spot for you to kind of scan with Fortify.
Yeah, no, I'll point over at Way and go, "Hey, big man, check this out." And I'll sort of like just guide him over to the rubble and point out the sign.
Yep, and I'm gonna scan it, or scan the area around it as well. Let's see if there's a way down from there.
Beautiful. So as the app works, it does take a couple minutes, unsurprisingly, to identify the weak spots in this structure. As you scan it, though, once that completes, it does identify, most importantly, which sections of this wall are load bearing. Because there are segments of this that if you were to take them out, probably would not do great for you. But yeah, it does identify a few spots that look like loose bits of rubble and old wall that you could probably pull away and not disturb the load bearing sections.
Cool. So I'm gonna look around to the rest of the group and say, "Well, do you want me to make a hole? It doesn't exactly seem like we have a door here."
Yes, please.
Go for it.
All right, and Way is going to do his Way thing, and he's going to do like a push kick towards the middle of it and just try and knock out as much as he can in one hit.
Martial arts, baby. Let's see it.
Oh, Way damage rolls. I missed you.
Fuck yeah. Go ahead. Roll me the damage here. And let's see what we got. A little on the low end. However, the attack is centered pretty much dead on the section of the wall that you know is going to give way. So you kick into
give
it.
way.
You kick into it, and several of the smaller ones immediately kind of roll away under the force of it. The larger ones budge, just not out of the way completely. Roll me a second damage check, because at this point, you have hit it once. Hitting it again is trivial for you. You know it. So
Yeah, I just want to note the intention of this attack is going to be more of like a shoulder charge or a shoulder check to try and push the rest of the stuff out of the way. So either it'll succeed and look cool, or it'll be hilarious when he donks his head here.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's well enough. So you just bear your shoulder down and just punch right through it. And you kind of have to like hold your footing a little bit on the other end as you realize, oh shit, there's the stairwell. And you kind of catch your feet right before they go flying down the stairs and tumble you down.
Oh.
But yeah,
Well,
the
door's
way is
open.
clear.
The way is clear. I like what you did there.
So yeah, you have your way down to the sub-levels and Geo says, well, fuck. That seemed really precise. And he kind of looks at the sections that he knows your agent pinged as load bearing, and he kind of looks at them a little more closely than he normally would. And he says, well, those seem to be holding for now. So, all right, let's get this thing done with as quick as we can.
Down we go.
Down you go. So you descend down. Most of the sub-levels here are pretty well blocked off. You know, like rubble has fallen in, sections have caved in of the hall. You have to squeeze a couple times to get by things. Every so often, Geo is kind of glancing down at his scanner, and he's got a Geiger counter that he's checking constantly, because he knows whatever we go down here to is going to be hot as hell. And yeah, every so often you're hearing the like clicking intensify. And you're thankful you have the rad suits. And after a while, the way starts getting less rubble strewn. Almost like you've kind of passed the worst of it. Everyone roll me perception. Maya, you're struggling tonight.
She's on a lot of drugs.
Fair. Touche. Here's Gio's perception. Okay. So Dr. J, you're actually I think the only one here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, after image. Roll me percept. There we go. Okay, I was like, where's after images? Cool. So yeah, Dr. J, you're the only one who catches this. But as you descend in to this section of relative integrity for the surrounding area, you hear voices. They're faint. They are nondescript in terms of kind of what they're saying. It's hard to make it out. But you do hear voices. You're not alone down here.
So I'll stop and maybe sort of put my arms out and go, we need to be really quiet here. I hear somebody or something talking.
Whale just kind of stopped dead in his tracks and just kind of look around and go, well, I'll wait for something else to make a noise then, and then I'll know it's time for me to make noise. And he just kind of sits on a stair.
Well, we haven't necessarily been noticed yet, so we should try to ambush the ambushees.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make a ridiculous flare as I get into a stealth mode. And I crouch down. Can I roll stealth to try to, like, pin myself up against the wall?
I was going to say, it's probably time for everyone to roll stealth. Oh, that's really good. Holy shit.
See, this is why I was trying to become immobile, but I'll still throw my stealth out there. I knew this would happen, and Wayne doesn't do hiding.
Base 10 is pretty decent, actually.
The base 10 ain't bad.
Yeah, it's good.
And I'm going to switch this over to private rolls really quick because I don't want the names of some things being spoiled yet.
I mean, at least nobody's tripping over their own shoelaces tonight.
Or roller skates.
Yeah, that too.
Well, that's fun. Stream can see what I'm rolling, so it's fun. All right. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, cool. So, you all, let me. I just need to really quick do some things on my end here real quick. And then this is have a name. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So with that, okay. Yep. So with that, I should be good. Awesome. So, almost as soon as you hear them, you recognize they've also gotten really quiet. So you get the sense that maybe they know you're here just as much as you know they're here.
Can I throw a grenade where I think they are? Wait, no, actually I don't know who they are yet. I don't know why I do that. That'd be stupid. Ignore that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could be social workers. What if we've actually won the lottery and they're here in this Militech facility or whatever to tell us?
Well,
They
no,
all-
we're here because they won the lottery. It's Publishers Clearinghouse. Didn't you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. I've got the big fake check in my backpack.
Jesus.
They also could be sentient animals escaped from a laboratory that are making home to here in this dilapidated building. So let's try to see.
True. Yeah, what if they're actually synthetic gorillas or something?
Goddamn, Cody, you just know how to throw us right back. I was just talking with Emily earlier about that. It's so funny you mentioned that because I was literally talking to her on the ride back. Oh, that's so funny.
Luckily,
All
we
right.
know those made it out to that refuge. So
Yeah. So yeah, with that,
They made it to a farm upstate.
so with that, how do we want to approach this? Because so far, the voices sounded pretty far away. Like, you know, you were hearing echoes through probably fairly empty halls. But they are quiet now. But they sounded like they were pretty far away. So it doesn't sound like you're in like combat range. But
Well, and I'll look at everyone. We could be pretty sure that if they're down here, it's not going to be a friendly meeting if we do have a meeting. So we might just want to do the same tactic as before and puff our chest out a bit. I'll go sprinting down the hallway if you guys come with me, making a lot of noise, like it's about to go down, and that could maybe throw them off. And then if a fight happens, then they're a little disoriented. If they get a little scared of that, and the fight doesn't happen, even better.
I'm a doctor, not a soldier. Let's just take our time. If we find somebody, we find somebody.
The bow on your back says differently. You're the only doctor I know who wields a bow.
Packing fucking heat.
It's
Yeah.
not just it's not just a bow either. It's a fancy gun bow.
Yeah, it's like the crossbow assault rifle hybrid.
Yep.
I'm an electro chip and it'll be like, he knows how to use it.
Actually, it's an Eagle Tech Survivalist made by Militech, and I pushed my glasses up.
Wade just
Jesus
cracks
Christ.
his knuckles in his neck in sync, and he's like, "I'm in no rush. That wall has me stiff, anyways. I need to loosen up before I press anybody again." And he's just kind of rolling himself out.
What are we looking at down? It's just a long hallway.
so you guys are still kind of in this stairwell, but yeah, when you get to this larger open section, the stairs down have kind of stopped. It hasn't necessarily terminated in the sense that the building itself wouldn't continue that way, but liquefaction. This appears to be the last level. So aside from the collapse that's blocking your way any further down, the door on this level seems slightly ajar, and it does appear you could go through it.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go scout it out so that I can see what's going on. Does that sound okay? I can see in the dark pretty well, and I push my glasses up again.
Whatever floats your cyberboat.
Your
Wade just kind of
cyberboat.
nods, and he says, "Just make sure you have a flashbang in your hand. If they spot you, drop that, and we'll come running."
I got something even better. Actually, you're right. Flashbang would be best, and I put the smoke grenade away because you guys don't have my cool glasses. And then I'll go stealth mode. through
Wade
the
looks
door.
at Wade looks back at the people that have ran a few gigs with him and just kind of lights up his IR UV and laughs to himself.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is seriously
better than
funny.
the rest of these guys, and I just kind of walk off. There we go. That's a pretty good stealth roll. So yeah, I'd like to stick to the shadows as much as possible and out of the light since I don't need the light because of my glasses. And then kind of like skulk about, and I know they expect me. So, you know, like whenever there's like a corner to be turned or something, I'm not going to fully expose myself. I'm just going to like take a glance real quick, just kind of peek my head out and then put it back into cover. You get me?
Yeah. So you kind of are being tactical about this. So yeah, you slip into the hallway, and you said you have IR UV right? So you don't even.
I
see
do, yeah, with my smart glasses. And then on top of that, I do have a flashbang in my hand, like
Beautiful.
Wei said.
Beautiful. So yeah, as you walk in, before you stretches a fairly long hallway. There's not really any light to see by in the normal sense. So low light is pretty much right out. Like even your infrared isn't really pulling much up. But you are seeing, thanks to how radioactive it is down here, and based on the fact that different materials kind of absorb radiation differently, that's probably proving one of the better ways to see around things here. And so you are, it's very radioactive. So you have to like scale your vision a little bit to get it to be particularly useful. But once you dial it in, the hallway you're in looks as though it empties into a series of dark server rooms. There's not a whole lot of activity going on, but every so often you'll see the lights kind of flicker for a moment on the machines, indicating there's some latent activity there. So they flicker up and then they kind of die out just as quick as they do.
Can I do a little scanny scan?
You can.
I can. How's that?
Beautiful.
Not
So
bad.
the signal is emanating down the hallway a bit further. You're estimating kind of based on your, the sense you had for it earlier, that the signal is probably another like 50 meters down the hall, assuming that there's like a straight line to it, because you realize that you might be still like dealing with some walls or rubble or things like that. But yeah, it's the source of that signal is getting closer.
No, I do have a range extender on my cyber deck.
Yeah. But that's
Oh wait, no,
12
I don't.
Yeah.
Or maybe I do. I forget.
Even if you did,
see.
it'd be that's only lets you jack in from
12.
meters away.
Right.
Yeah, and the signal itself is at least 50 away.
Oh, I thought you said 15. My fault. Yeah.
Oh, 550.
Okay, cool. So then I'll start to approach it slowly still, and then make sure that I'm, being as sneaky as possible.
Beautiful. So it's now that as you glance around the corner, you do see a large man wearing what appears to be a breathing mask and some kind of combat uniform. And I'm going to roll his perception as you kind of walk into the nearby.
He doesn't hit a 20. He hits a 17. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he kind of is looking around, just kind of expecting the worst. Of course.
Is there anyone else near him?
There's 3 soldiers that appear to be following him.
Oh, sweet. And is he coming towards me?
They're kind of looking around. You could see in one of the troops following him, in one of their hands, they're holding a scanner similar to the one Geo had. And you hear as you kind of are tucked around the corner here, you hear him say, boss, signal is getting stronger. I think it's, and he kind of like looks around in the hall. He's that way. And they start marching down another hall away from you.
That's good, at least.
Okay, cool. Did I get a look as to what their uniforms look like?
Roll me perception, because you'll definitely
Okay.
have had the time to kind of examine them while they're standing there.
It's a really good perception roll. Yes.
So you don't get like a good idea of like what their armor is, but even on that really low perception roll, you did see one thing. And that's that all of their uniforms had a Militech patch on the shoulder.
Okay, gotcha. Now my scan I did earlier in the signal, are they going down the right hallway right now?
They appear to be, yeah. They're heading
Okay,
in
gotcha.
more or less the direction that signal's pointed. Like I said, that signal's appearing as like through a wall, like through any walls or things that are in the way. So if they are heading in a particular direction, they're most likely moving as close as they can in a straight line to that thing.
Okay, cool. Is there one that's tailing behind the rest?
Yeah, Spot, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. There's one kind of hanging in the back that, is one of the rank and file.
Okay, I'm gonna try to abduct him and bring him back to the homies. Get some info off of him. So I would like to sneak up behind him and make a brawling check to grab him and silence him, like put my hand over his mouth. Or I guess he has his mask on. So I would want to take the mask off and put my hand over his mouth in one fluid motion and then drag him back with me.
Okay. Interesting. So.
Hold on, I didn't roll yet.
I know, but you are stealthing, so I gave him an opportunity to try and perceive you approaching.
Oh, sweet, very cool.
Yeah, so as you kind of turn the corner, you kick a bit of loose debris that your vision doesn't really show, because again, everything here is a little muddled, because you're using other wavelengths of light than visual to kind of see what's going on. And he turns and sees you there, so he is going to get to contest your brawling check. So go ahead and roll against that.
Very cool. Should I dump luck? No, I'm gonna save my luck for net run. Dude, stop, weirdo! Also, why are they all so good at everything?
They're Militech troops. And so, you go for the grab. He says, "Fuck! Boss! And all of a sudden you see a rank of Militech troops look dead ass back in your direction. The rest of you also hear this down the hall, because you're only maybe 20 meters away at this point.
Initiative.
Starts going full sprint. He doesn't even draw a weapon. He just goes full like runner's dash.
I mean, Wei is a weapon, so he doesn't really need to draw one.
Well, I mean, I've got some good options though.
You do. That's fair. So, all right. Let me go ahead and draw us a quick battle grid so that we can see. Again, those of you who are watching and we're in a boot camp session, know the power of MS Paint. It is a beautiful thing when we don't have a battle map. So yet again, it will serve us. All right. So we come up on a kind of a hallway intersection here, where this is kind of turning here, and this is going to be kind of turning here, and this kind of goes to like a wall right there. So let me copy over the relevant people here real quick. Whoopsie.
As Dr. J is walking towards the commotion, he's gonna send a text out to Royal and say, "You want to take a bet on how many how many speed heals I have to use tonight?"
And he says, "Sure. What's your bet?"
I'm gonna throw out a good 1,000 eddies. I'm gonna say 2.
2?
You
All
want
right.
me?
He said, I'll say I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. More or less though, and you owe me.
That works for me.
All right. So, with that, let me place you guys over onto this next map. Cause yeah, I think that should be battle grid 1, 2, 3. Yep, so that's that one. This is the one that was in the back. So that means that We've got Dr. J, who's going to be coming in here. Electo, who's going to come in down here. Wei, who's going to come in probably just a little ahead of everyone else. We've got Geo, who's going to be kind of with you guys. And then we've got After Image, who's right here. All right, drawing you guys over to the battle grid. Let's go.
We.
All right, so let's get the old battle themes rocking, shall we?
That's a lot of fucks.
Yeah, side note, upside of these, they load in a snap.
Yeah, they do, because none of them are animated.
Yo.
So, with that, we've got the combat. So, gonna activate your guys' combat modes. And yeah, let's start seeing initiatives.
I don't see myself on the battle map.
Hold on, did I took the wrong Electo. Hold up. I'll fix that. This is going to be the correct one, I believe. That is the correct one. Okay.
Okay.
There you are. Very cool.
Time warp.
All right, so you guys all arrive. After Image is scuffling with this dude right here as you all kind of run through the hallway and get here. Electo, you get the first turn.
Let's see. I'm going to shoot a smart rocket at this one.
Very cool. Do you have line of sight? You might need to move slightly to get there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's going to give line of sight. So 10 meters, rocket launcher.
Did that hit me?
No, she's throwing it at this guy. It's a DV-16 if indeed you're looking to center it on that guy. So that's going to be... There's your 10 meter square. So, yeah, I believe... Let me double check here. After Image is just within that. Do you want to move it slightly to the left there, Maya?
Yeah, I'll move it one to the left.
Beautiful. So then, yeah, you've still got line of sight to it. So that's...
Oh, I do? Okay, so I'll stay
Yep.
here then.
Yep, you've still got line of sight to it from where you are.
Okay. And then what's the DV?
16.
16. I'll put my all three of my luck into it just in case. It is also a smart rocket.
It is.
With
Yeah,
my
don't use
tech
luck
camera.
on a smart rocket.
Okay, but I'm no longer responsible if this hits you.
That's an easy hit.
Woo!
That was the shotgun mode.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Can I keep that roll, but just do the rocket instead? Oh no, because it's a different skill. It's a different skill. Never mind.
It is. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, go ahead and roll the rocket mode because I believe I had that set up to roll separately. That's still a good roll. Yeah, that'll do it. So this guy, of course, does have 8 reflexes, so he's going to try to evade out of it, and he will succeed in doing so. So he, of course, is going to roll a little closer to you guys. The rest of his team, on the other hand, do not have the luxury of rolling out of this. So all 3 of these guys are about to get hit. Roll me damage on that. Okay, not a crit, but still very good. So that's gonna be... Wait, did I not give you... Hold up. I forgot to give these poor Doombas armor. Let me rectify that real quick. Like, hold up, that doesn't look right at all.
You notice that under their hazmat suits, they're just naked.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because each of these guys should have light armor check. Let me hook them up with what they are owed here before.
Give them some form of dignity before we end their lives.
Exactly, yeah. Precisely that. It wouldn't be the anniversary episode if I didn't also honor all the scuff we have on the show. So you're all witnessing that in real time, live, for those of you here on Twitch with us. So welcome to how Emmerron runs Neon Inferno, scuff included. All right, beautiful. So now let me reapply that damage. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all these guys are hurt. They're not dead, or even close. They're not seriously wounded, but that hurt. They're just like, fuck, they got weapons. They got real weapons. More importantly, you feel that boom, and all of a sudden you hear something shaking above you. You see like little bits of dust filter down into any kind of flashlights or augmented vision you have. The structure seems a little less stable for that.
Okay. Neat.
Moving it all. Are you just there? This is where you're holding?
Yeah, that's where I'll stay.
Very cool. Next is the Militech Spec Ops. So they are going to move 1, 2, and they are going to draw out a large crowbar, and they're going to start trying to beat you up with it after image. So go ahead and roll me evasion.
Perfect.
Oh. Well done. I mean, it could be worse. So yeah, you feel this thing clunk against your armor. Roll another evasion as he goes for the second swing.
Nice.
Yeah, this time around, you duck the second swing. He goes pretty wide. All right, so the next one is this guy. So the guy right in front of you, you just tried to brawl, says, no, fuck you, Chumba, and he's just gonna reach out for you and try to grapple you.
Okay.
Brawling.
Aha.
You do resist it. Okay, very cool. All right, now the commander. Whoopsie daisy, I meant to hit the next one. So the commander is understandably not pleased that you just went for him, Maya. He's gonna move here and using his underbarrel shotgun. Oh, cheer! Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. If any of you haven't been to my stream before, my name is Emmerron. I am a Cyberpunk Red streamer. I do some video games as well. Tonight is our anniversary episode of Neon Inferno. We've been doing this for exactly a year, I think tomorrow. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad you could join us. We just got into combat and Maya's getting shot at. So this is, you've joined us at a great time. So yeah, Maya, I'm gonna need you to roll me evasion. His DV is 13 at this range.
DV 13. Okay, my base evasion's higher than that, so.
Figured. Yeah, okay, cool. So it just got harder for him. But... Ooh, ooh! No! Holy shit. So, friends, I think we all know what that means.
Yeah.
I think we all know what that means. So...
Yeah, we just hope that it's
Wow.
beneficial for both parties.
So, for those of you, especially those of you who don't normally watch Cyberpunk streams, there's this lovely thing called a tarot crit. So normally in this game, if you roll 2 or more 6s, it's a critical hit. The person taking the damage takes extra damage and they break an arm, or in the worst case, they might lose a limb or something. But when you roll 3 for one time only, and it can go for either the enemies or the friendlies. Looks like this adventure is going to be the enemies. We get to draw a tarot card and see what added effect the critical gets. So this is going to be really fun. Let's see. So tonight's card is the Lovers. So you can all see this one on stream here. We have the Lovers. So the Lovers is the attack now hits the head, even if it was originally aimed elsewhere. Yeah, and the other part of it doesn't matter because it's not a melee attack. So this is going for your head now, Maya.
Neat.
So I need to manually calculate the damage that you'll take to this.
Neat.
Could just re-roll the attack aimed and disregard the roll so that it's easier to apply.
That actually might be really smart.
Or no, because it would give a new damage.
Oh, it
roll,
would give
never
different
mind.
damage. Yeah.
I it's either way. I need to manually calculate, but I think it's 30 damage you take, if I'm doing my math right, plus the 5 extra from the critical injury, because I don't think that changes based on the location modifier. So yeah, you'll go down to 15 health in a single shot, and your head armor gets ablated by, or no, you have 12 armor. So that actually is 4 higher. So you're only down to 19. It's not much, but it's something. Your head armor ablates by 1.
Cool.
Or by 2, rather. Your body armor, thankfully, then does not ablate. So I will repair that for you, because you haven't taken any other damage yet this combat. So yeah, you just see this guy walk up, cock the underbarrel on his assault rifle, and blast Maya's head with a armor-piercing slug. And yeah, this got bad quick, guys. I know you have opinions about this.
Oh yeah. Wade is going to, as he sees him kind of sliding past him and he makes a shot, he's going to go 1-2. This is why you don't jump past the front line, and he's going to swing with like wide rights to try and clap him into the wall as he hits him.
Pat, go ahead and roll me your martial arts attack. Ooh, that does hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. All right, very cool. So he does take a little bit of a hit, and you just go, oh, fuck! Oh, we got a psycho! This is gonna be fun! Go ahead and roll me that second swing I know you got coming. Oh!
He said the magic word. You know what happens when somebody... He's gonna see a cyber psycho now. It's been a long time since Waze had to deal with that.
Okay, go ahead and roll me the damage. Oh yeah, no, this guy...
Another set of 3s. It's all average.
It's average, but average can do some damage still. So, yeah, you just smack him twice, and yeah, you just feel the armor plates in this guy just cracking under your fists. This guy is hurting bad. And he says, oh, thought you had a psycho before. As this hurricane gun just gets set up. Boom. And he pulls the trigger for the first time. Of course, this guy has evasion. He will use it. And he will dodge the shot. And Geo, of course, is going to just fire again. Go, Geo. Good shit. Militech dude. Will get hit this time. Damage is a lot. Okay, beautiful. And yeah, this guy gets slammed for 8 through his armor. And you just see him get hit against the wall. He's, fuck! I didn't expect heavy arms. God damn it! After image.
Okay. So, which one of these Goonies is looking the worst?
I don't think either one of them is looking worse than the other. They both got hit by the rocket, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. I think I might just want to honestly, I'm trying to figure out, because I have the keyboard without the arrows. I think I'll just have to use my mouse tonight. Okay, I'm gonna throw a shuriken grenade. So that was 1 move, 2 move, 3 move. And then if I place it right here, where does that go?
So there's your sample 10. Way, I'm going to
Okay.
just check you to see. Yeah, way is out. So
Ways out? Okay,
yeah,
cool. So
that-
then I'll just throw it. I'll go right here then. And then I'll throw the shuriken grenade right there.
Beautiful.
Um,
DV is 15.
Okay, cool. So let me roll my athletics here. I'm out of it where I am too, right?
So all you do is you roll thrown weapon.
Oh,
So
thrown weapon.
Go
Gotcha.
to meat
Cool.
fight and then thrown weapon.
Meat, thrown
And then
weapon.
just make sure it's loaded with the shuriken grenade as well. Just use reload or change ammo and.
Oh,
start the
gotcha.
shuriken.
Boom, grenade, shuriken tornado,
Yep.
confirm,
Yep, and now
and throw.
throw it like anything else. Yep. Yep, that'll
Okay.
land right in the middle, right where you wanted it. Go ahead and roll me
Beautiful.
damage for each of the 3 targets. We'll start with
Okay.
the one on the left here. Beautiful.
So
Hey,
there's
that's
that damage.
pretty good. So yeah,
And then-
that guy's gonna hurt a little bit. So next we're gonna do the one right here.
Okay.
19. That's pretty good. All right. So yeah, these
Okay.
guys are just getting shredded up. And now the last one.
Nice. There's a tarot.
Oh, there would have been another tarot, but yeah. This one's just going to be a normal crit. So let's go ahead and roll crit. So collapsed lung. This guy might just be dead, actually. That guy is, so actually, not dead, but bleeding out. And you could hear him, like, just the whistling in his lung as one of these things just pierced
Ooh.
right through his ribs and embedded itself in there.
That's messed up.
A little bit, but that's what you just threw at him. Is an
Yep.
explosive full of shurikens.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
And then I still have move, so I'll go. I'll just stay where I am. Actually, I like where I am. Cool. That's it.
Bet. All right, Dr. J. This one is experiencing severe medical trauma right now. Not that
Oh.
really changes your opinion on things, but
I mean, I could fix that. He won't be experiencing it much longer.
fair. Are you on the board, by the way? Did I accidentally
Me-
remove you somehow?
I can see myself.
Okay. Oh, Electo might be on top of you. That
Yeah,
might be...
yeah. I'll fix that real quick. I'll move out of the way and use this right here. Let's roll this.
All right, so that's. Oh, you're throwing an incendiary arrow, and is it at this guy?
Oh, it sure is.
I mean, that's a hit. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a hit. Go and roll me damage. Not bad. All right. Well, so this guy, by the way, is the one who is experiencing severe trauma. Are you looking to inflict further trauma? Because he's bleeding out. He's going to be rolling death saves, to be clear on this.
Oh no, I just want him dead.
Bet. All right. Well, he is going to suffer further critical injuries then. You take his hand off. He lights on fire. This is getting more fucked up by the second. His death save penalty goes up by 1. Yeah. That's what you're doing to this poor schmuck right here.
Welcome back to the season 1 crew, everybody.
True. All right. So this dude is gonna run over. He says, "Shit, Jenkins, hold on!" And he's gonna try and render aid to his friend by putting him out. But that's gonna be his action. Electo.
I'm going to throw a grenade at them.
They're so conveniently bunched.
They really are.
They weren't.
They're really asking for it.
They weren't expecting the Inferno crew to roll through. So that spot where I've got it marked right now would hit way. That one will not. So yeah, that will not. So is that where you want to go then, Maya, with your grenade? Whoops.
Yes.
I meant to range check you there. Okay, yeah, and you have LOS to that. So DV is 15 for a thrown weapon.
Okay, and I'm throwing a shuriken tornado grenade.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Thank
Well,
God for
so
Molly.
that's a basic. Make sure you reload that to be a shuriken grenade.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did.
Because yeah, it should say special when that rolls. But I'll keep that roll. So just re-roll it to dispose the ammo, and then we'll roll damage off of it. I just want to make sure the damage roll is accurate. That's all.
Let me see. Let me just make sure here. It used one of my shuriken tornado grenades.
Oh, okay. Then maybe that is working right. Go and roll with the damage then. Let's see. 'Cause it should come as 5d6 if I remember right. Okay. So this is gonna hit. So we're gonna do it in order here. So this guy first. Then this one here. Go ahead and roll me damage again.
Mhm.
So that's 2 more critical injuries for that poor guy.
Triple tarot in a night. Wow.
And
yeah.
if isn't the tornado grenade where if they get foreign object, they have to roll it again until they get one that isn't foreign object?
Hold up. You might be right. Let me double check that. Because I think you're right. I just want to be sure. Unlike normal explosions, stuff like the shuriken, separate. Yeah, they roll again. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
You collapsed both this dude's lungs.
He's dead. He's dead. He's
Holy
fucking dead.
shit.
He's got a missing hand. His ribs are broken. He's got 2 things shoved in him. Both of his lungs are collapsed.
Call him Keenan, you know what I mean?
I hope he wins all of his death
Christ,
saves.
Connor.
He's gonna end up as a meme.
Roll me one more for this. I need the damage for this guy still.
If he survives, we recruit him.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh yeah, that guy is guy's hurting pretty bad. All of them are hurting really bad. So cool. So next, Militech Spec Ops. It's our friend over here. Mathematically, I don't think there's a way he survives this. Nope, there isn't a way. Even on a 1, he dies. Holy shit.
Your only option was death.
So he just, as you just hear him trying to get air in his collapsed lungs, you know he's not successful. He's dead. And yeah, this other guy here is just, Jenkins, no. And he just hobbles over to after him. He says, you and yours are gonna fucking die. And he pulls out a handgun and he pulls the trigger on you. You can go ahead and roll me an evasion check.
Perfect. Oh, it's freezing up on me. Hold on. $1,600 PC, by the way.
Yeah. No big.
Okay, there we go.
Easy evade. And then he pulls the trigger again. Roll me another evade.
Perfect.
0. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. And the second evasion is... There it is. Okay, cool. Just loaded. Yep, so you duck both bullets. Fuck! Commander! And this guy over here just says, oh, fuck. And he just is realizing how overwhelmed he is. I'm gonna have him roll me a resist. Enough. So he says, men, fight on! We have to do this! And he's going to cock the underbarrel again. This time, he's firing at you, Way. Go ahead.
Goody.
What's Way's evasion again?
Very fucking
Go
high.
ahead and remind him.
I believe it's max. It is 18.
Wow.
Yes, sir, it is. I have a base 18
Oh.
evasion.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
Imagine auto firing against you.
Way is terrifying. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's gonna get kind of around the side of things here to kind of spread himself a little from the rest of the action. Of course, Way, you probably don't give a single shit about that.
1, 2, 3. Don't start running now. It's just getting fun, and I'm going to initiate a grapple.
Oh, Jesus.
He has a chance on this, to be fair.
Brawling, roll it. It's not bad, but yeah, he is resisting.
Yeah,
this
he's going to
one.
crit against it. That's
Yeah.
Whenever it's a contested roll, your NPCs crit.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
it's a Militech Spec Ops squad. I don't know what you expect.
Indeed. Yep.
Yeah, this is great.
And then just in case,
Oh, go ahead.
because he shook that off, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. I don't know how far back. Oh, I'll just go up to 4 so that I'm like here.
Yeah.
And just like use the rest of my movement just in case he tries to dip more so I can stay close to him.
So Geo is just going to move up next to this guy and say, "It's time you stopped running," and just lands another slug in his direction. Let's see if that's enough. This guy's evasion's pretty high.
No, it's not.
It's enough.
Oh,
You say no, it's not.
I saw the 1. I expected something bad. Oh no.
Oh, that's much better though. Now Geo. Shows what that hurricane's capable of. Oh, that's so good. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, so this just blasts the dude again for one more. After image. We're on to you.
Beautiful. Just wonderful. So how is Mr. Man looking?
Mr. Man is looking pretty bad. He's looking pretty fucked up after that last shot.
If he has a base 16 evasion, so I don't want to punch him. I want to punch the guy in front of me.
Cool.
So let me do a because
Mark
how fucked up is this gentleman looking?
Very fucked up. He's got shuriken embedded in him. Like it's not good for him.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Then I'm going to hit him with my White Hornet Tonto, so that I can knock him unconscious.
Cool. So if this hits, what does he need to roll in counter? I assume it's like a resistance.
No, so it's all it is. If it would reduce someone to under 1 HP, it can instead make them unconscious. So it's literally just a medium melee weapon still. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. So for all other purposes,
Yeah.
it's normal. Got it. All right.
Right.
Yeah, he'll roll evasion.
Dude.
He will
The
evade.
fuck? Okay.
You do get the second swing though. It's medium melee.
Yeah. Cause like, is he on death's door type shit or what?
He's seriously wounded. Like he's pretty fucked up. Like he's definitely not doing well. I wouldn't say death's door, but it's not far from it.
Okay. I'll actually melee weapon him because then I ignore SP 7 or under, but I don't know what his SP is right now.
His armor's looking pretty tattered. You think you have a shot?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll just because I mean everyone's dying anyway, so you know.
Fair enough.
Let's just slice at him. Okay, here it is. I crit, motherfucker. Haha.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a 32.
That is indeed a hit. You didn't roll.
I don't know why I did that. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, but
It's
here
okay.
is.
Roll me the damage. It's not like we're
damage.
expending rounds. Cool, and then that just ignores his armor entirely. So, he is hurting. He's not dead yet.
Okay, gotcha.
He's definitely wounded on that though. You moving at all,
Yeah, I'll back up a few.
Doctor?
There you go.
All right. Let's get up here. Get line of sight to the big boss.
Yes, you have it.
All right. Let's see. I think he would look really good if he was on fire.
His evasion
That's a-
check.
Can I reverse those dice?
Yeah, if only. Yeah, so he ducks the arrow.
All right. Well. Yeah. Go ahead.
This Spec Ops dude is going to reach with his crowbar and just try to smack Geo. So Geo here is probably going to be able to evade that, I'll be honest. That is pathetic. Yep. Again. Yep, Geo's good. Electo, we're back to you.
Which of these two is the most hardiest?
This one.
Okay.
You just watched that guy get cleaved by a mono katana, so.
Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then if I do the shotgun shell spray, will that hit both of these two?
If you arrange it from here, it's probably better because then it'll be like that, as opposed to hitting
Okay.
Geo.
Yeah. Let's do that then.
So you're gonna have shells in your gun.
Yes.
Beautiful. Wait, do you have shells?
Hmm?
You do. You do.
I have
Okay.
shells and slugs.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me the shell. So all you need to do is beat it DV13 for this. Easily beats a DV13. Oh, and they're incendiary shells?
Yes.
Oh. So yeah, you just watch Dragon's Breath explode out into the dark hallway. Roll me damage. Damn, that's not bad. So this guy is going to take 10. This guy's on fire and on death's door. And this other one is also on fire and also now on death's door. Yeah, these guys are hurting bad. Elector, are you moving anymore?
I think I have 2 movement left, so I'm gonna go back here.
Cool. Spec Ops numero uno here. This guy is gonna roll his death save. He does succeed. So he is going to take his action and put himself out. And then he's going to... Let's see, he's got 4 moves, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and start crawling away from the attackers. Russ, ever one to stand with his men, is going to put his subordinate out here. And that is going to be all he can do on his turn, basically. Way.
He's going to wonder why he isn't coming this way, so he's gonna 1 and 2 and see that he moved back the other way and go, shit, this hallway has another end, and he is going to pick up sprint speed, and we got to get 1 in.
Yep.
Going for that flying sidekick. Let's see if I can put him on his ass.
It's pretty good. Let me see what his evasion is. Enough.
Ooh. Damn, so I'll jump past him like I missed the kick.
Yep. Beautiful. Geo's turn. Geo is going to face down. He says, look, you and your men don't need to fucking die here. You can stand down, render aid, and you're going to tell us why the fuck you're here. I'm going to roll his reputation here. And we're going to have him face down. And he says, I don't think we'll be doing that. After image.
Okay. He's not gonna stand down.
He is not.
So I'm gonna have to put him down. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna smack his little goony boy. I'm gonna do that. How's his armor looking?
I mean, the dude is mortally wounded at this point. He's bleeding out.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use 1 rate of fire with my White Hornet Tonto so that he doesn't actually die. And here's that roll.
And he is not able to evade it. So you.
Okay, so here's damage on it.
Yeah, so that does not get through his armor.
You don't say. Okay, and then here's the second one. Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
see myself out.
hold up. That might not be so bad. Okay.
No,
never
it's
mind.
bad. Yeah, cool.
Dr. J.
All right.
I'm gonna look at Electo, look at her helmet, and go, hey, you might need one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and administer a speed heal.
Beautiful. Electo, you get will plus body back. Why is your body 18? Holy fuck. Hold up. Something about
I don't know.
Something about that ain't right. Hold on. They did something. You know what? I know what happened here. I know exactly what happened here.
I'll take the 24 health. It's fine.
I'm gonna fix it. Hold up. This is gonna look a little weird for a second while I do this because it's literally gonna uninstall your grafted bone laces, but this is the only way to fix it because for whatever reason they had this. Any kind of change abilities get applied double. This happened in a patch a couple of, I don't know, couple cycles ago. So your body should be like, I think it was like 6 normally, right?
I do not remember.
I believe it was like 6 because you can't raise it above 10 with your with grafted muscle bone lace. So I believe it would have been 6 to start with, or 7. It might have been 7. Either way. So let me go through and just delete these old grafted muscle bone laces. Give you new ones. 'Cause yeah, this was just something weird that happened with Foundry. Because either way, there's going to amount to 10 plus 6, so you'll get 16 health back. I just want to make sure that that looks like it should. There we go, yeah, because your body should only be 10 after all of that.
It's 11.
It should be 10 though, because you can't go higher than 10 with grafted muscle bone lace.
Right, but I'm saying on my sheet it says it's 11.
I adjusted it. If you refresh your sheet, it'll show the change. Or maybe not. Now try it.
It still says 11.
Please stop resisting me. Shoot. It should be 10.
If it makes you feel any better, that made me double check mine. I think it's because the linear frame sets me to a body skill, but mine is comfortably at 12, so we don't have to deal with it on mine.
Yeah, the grafted muscle should just add 2 flat. So that's very odd. But so if I adjust the number, it shouldn't reflexively. Hold on. Let me take these off real quick. We reverted to 6. Close that, just make sure that applied. It did. Cool. Now I'll re-enable the effects. +2. +2. There we go. Now that should stick, hopefully.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, so the wonders
then I go-
of using Foundry, guys.
And then I go to 35 HP. 19 plus 16.
Yes, yeah, 35.
Okay. Thanks, Doc.
Beautiful.
Dr.
So
J.
this Spec Ops here.
Like
Gonna
Dr.
roll
Bay.
his death save. He dead. He just dies in his commander's arms as he's just been put out.
What a
Yeah,
simp.
Yep. Electo, you watch this. Well, to a normal, well stabilized, emotionally stabilized person, this would probably look very tragic and sad. You are not an emotionally regulated, stabilized person.
No, I'm not.
So, I don't know what Electo's interpretation of what just happened is, but what is it going to cause her to do at this point?
She's gonna shoot this guy.
Beautiful. What are you shooting him with?
Fuck it. We'll shoot him with light rail.
That all right? So yeah, so your sliding rail system is still active. So yeah, you snap the tech hammer back onto your clip on the back of your bag and grab for light rail. So go ahead and fire light rail for me. From that, yeah, that'll be DB13. Go ahead and roll it. Oh my.
Eh.
Yep, that's light rail. Go ahead and roll me the damage. Holy shit. All right. Well, that dude obviously is going to suffer some damage. And then he's going to take a critical injury because he's already on death's door. You broke his leg, you monster. And death save goes up by 1. Are you going to fire
Second
again?
attack. Of course I am.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll me the damage.
We need to have another person die when they roll a 1 on their death save.
God. That is, yep, gonna get through his armor. So this guy is gonna roll another critical injury. Oh, you broke his other
Shot his
leg.
other leg. I just fucking walk up, just kneecap.
He's just, oh, fuck! Commander, we got an evac!
Would you shut the fuck up already? Jesus. That's probably what she says.
And he's gonna roll a death save now. And...
I like how you clarified because you're trying to make sure Charlie doesn't think you're saying that to him.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude.
You're like, that's what my character says to the NPC.
just to be safe.
Yeah, so you pop both his kneecaps and then he dies shortly after of blood loss. It is over for him. Yeah.
One could call it Jover.
So Russ, at the point of seeing all 3 of his men dead, and recognizing he's probably soon to follow if he doesn't give it up now, he drops his gun, raises his hand, he says, fine. My men are dead. I'm quite wounded. Let's talk.
What is going on in this base? What is this signal that's emitting?
These motherfuckers coming here with grenade launchers and heavy weapons. And all we get are these goddamn crowbars. I'm out.
Is this like that one part Metal Gear Rising when the police force comes out, says deadly force authorized, and then whips out stun batons? Like somebody lied to you.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy's dropped his gun. Way. It's technically your turn next.
Yeah, as he would read the room and as people go to start asking him questions, I'm just going to go for a stunning strike in his back to sit him down and be like, sit and answer.
Okay, beautiful. So the stunning strike, how does that resolve again? Remind me.
It rolls as a martial arts, as a contested thing against evasion, but it's single rate of fire. And because I can either aim it at the head, and I think it goes for like a blinding thing, but I'm just doing it normal. So it's just basically a normal martial arts attack.
Okay.
But it'll stun for the next turn if it hits.
It's looking like it's got a good shot of doing exactly that. Yes, it does. Very good.
Yep.
So yeah, you smack his back. And he just doubles over. Oh yeah, no, he just doubles over. So he is officially stunned. Beautiful. So Geo says, all right. So now, I want to know exactly the fuck you think you're looking for here. And at this point, I think I'm going to call the combat closed because this guy has given up the will to fight. So everyone can move close to him if you feel so inclined. Just switch our combat.
So as
Way is just going to shadow behind him while everybody interrogates, just in case.
Yeah,
I was gonna interrupt Geo and go, hey, you might want to let me use this, and I'll wave a vial of Veritas at Geo. I don't know if he knows what that is just yet, but he's gonna find out.
Yeah, and he just looks. He says, "Hey, if you think it'll help us."
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wave it in front of the big man here and go. I'm gonna suggest you let me do this, or we're just gonna end you here.
Well, at this point, he's stunned because of that strike Wade just gave him, so he doesn't really have a room here to argue.
Oh, fantastic! And then we're gonna inject him, and we're gonna let him just spit the truth.
Yeah, and so you just see like the Veritas. You know, like most people without the training probably wouldn't be able to tell when someone's been dosed with Veritas. But you see this like subtle relaxation and like a conformity to like whatever questioning you're about to do that really didn't exist before. You know, compliance becomes kind of a body language you can read on this guy. And so Geo says, all right, so spill. The fuck you and yours doing down here? And the guy looks up at him and just says, we were here to retrieve a beacon.
What do you know? So are we.
Things started ringing about 2 weeks ago. And Black Swan protocol is to go get it, bring it back to command, and then the big guns come in.
Was there when they decoded your transmission, did they do it wrong? Because I noticed you had big crowbars, not big guns.
Decoded transmission. The fuck you talking about?
Jesus Christ, this crowd sucks. All right, somebody else talk to him. Terrible crowd tonight, am I right, gamers?
Way's gonna slap him on the back of the head and ask him a little bit more of a direct question. How many are coming?
I don't know. Black Swan usually goes the chain and US shit. You get it?
No, I don't. Where's the next link in the chain?
As far as I'm aware, President Kress, I think.
Way looks over to the doc. Are you sure that stuff is working?
Well, he must be telling the truth. In that case, we need to get this thing and get the fuck out of here.
Way is gonna draw his what was the name of that? I believe it is a Kendachi Mono 3, and he's going to stand behind him and ignite it, and just kind of look at the rest of the group. Anybody else got questions for him?
Sounded like a silent to me.
Yep. So off with his head, I guess. Let's coup de grace and put him out of his misery.
Roll me the
We gotta
damage. I won't make you roll the attack. Like I say, he's not really in an ability to dodge at this point. And Mono 3s are ignoring all armor below SP 11, I believe. So, yeah, that literally just runs his head right off his shoulders. And that's the end of Commander Russ Engstrom of Militech. Good night, Rip Bozo. All right. So, you guys know that, yeah, this has gotten very serious. Whatever that beacon is, it's connected to the NUSA, and if this guy was indeed telling the truth and not lying through his teeth, President Kress is the next one on the call stack, so...
Yep, Way's gonna look
That sounds
over
like
it
it's good
after.
for us.
Now, you can finally do whatever they caught you trying to do in here.
Well, there is a server room that's right down this way, and I kind of point down the hallway, and that's probably where we're going to be able to get into what we need to make sure that this doesn't reflect poorly on you guys.
So, I will say, everyone roll me perception real quick.
Yep. As a side note, if we do have the opportunity to walk off, as we're walking off, I want to just run his pockets real quick and see if he has like a key card or some kind of badge that he came in with on him, just in case there's a door that it needs to unlock.
Very cool. Oh, Dr. J's on it. I'm rolling for Geo.
Hey!
There we go. Electo finally gets a perception. Or no, I was way.
Oh no, that was way
apologize.
finally gets to pop off with his 4 perception.
So way unfortunately that isn't quite high enough to beat the perception check that I was
God
throwing.
damn it.
But
Even in his prime.
Dr. J, most assuredly, Dr. J got it. After Imagers is also not particularly high. Electo, you also reach it, but in another room, you hear something, and it's down this hallway.
What do I hear? Oh.
So yeah, good stuff.
So I'm just gonna sort of walk where I walked, look back at the rest of the crew, and go, reload your goddamn guns.
Everyone get ready.
Way actually puts his sword back away instead.
Yeah, fair. It's like, that's not
You're-
how I fight.
I'm just gonna say you're not gonna want to know what I just heard, but just be ready.
All right.
We're gonna see if Royal really meant to call me in for this mission.
Yeah. I mean, you've already proved helpful twice, so 3 times actually. The Veritas came in clutch too. So, with that, are we going down this hallway after reloading and taking 5 seconds to breathe?
I mean, don't have anywhere else to go.
Yes, sir. You know I generally walk toward the front of the pack. There we go. Words are hard, people.
Beautiful. So, you all walk down the hallway, and I'm going to black out the audience view here while I set you all on this map. Do you all remember when I said, damn, I didn't get to use that battle map a couple weeks ago when we played? Do you remember me saying that to you all?
Yeah.
This is now a time where I found a use for that battle map.
Let's go.
So now we all get to see something new and shiny. So I'm going to walk in after image, walk in Electo. This is the right Electo, right? Yes, that is the correct Electo. Beautiful.
The correcto electo.
The correcto Electo, yeah. So we got that. Past campaign, Dr. J, and Way. Beautiful. All right. So you all walk in to the following. So you walk into a room, and unlike the rest of the building, as you enter through this door with a pneumatic hiss as it opens, you walk into a room full of lights and active monitors. And on several of them, you can see Project Black Swan status operational running.
Hmm.
I need Geo as well. Geo's going to be probably leading the pack your way. So, this is where you guys are. And yeah, and you are still hearing that breathing in the other room. just through this door ahead of you. It is not good.
I mean, if it was audible to me in the hallway back there, would everybody else be hearing it now?
Oh yeah, you're all hearing it now. Like whatever was described by Dr. J, you all hear this now.
Oh, I described nothing. I just said that you don't want to know what I heard.
Yeah, but you're all hearing it now. So I will say there's actually a window here. I didn't notice that when I did the walls for this room. So let me give you all the view of what you're seeing as you can now see through that wall.
Huh. The D20.
Yeah, you see this giant server core, and in your virtuality vision after image, this thing is bright as a goddamn star.
Beautiful.
I have an angle on a borged out looking dude. I am slightly.
Now
I don't know what to call it. It's anxious.
when you guys joked with me earlier, and you're like Adam Smasher. It's not Adam, but it's his younger cousin.
John Smasher.
So wait, go ahead and roll me a Streetwise, because you might actually be familiar with stories about this dude.
Oh, this is fun. I always lose track of Streetwise. There it is.
It's a pretty good check. Let me. I saw the roll. Okay, yeah. So this is a little bit like seeing a ghost to you. You recognize. So this guy, you could say he's part of the Maelstrom, but that would be inaccurate, probably. There are legends in Night City. Not all of them are dead. You all are kind of living proof of that, right? This is another one of those legends, though, of a different sort. So in like the late 2020s, there was a guy who went by the handle Crusher. And at one point, he was the leader of the Maelstrom. And when most of them went cyber psycho, he kind of stayed as level-headed as a, leader of the cyber psycho gang gets, right? But in 2027, he kind of vanished. And every so often, since then, he shows up like a goddamn ghost. And usually, there's no one left alive on the other end of it to tell the story. So it's all rumors. It's all like an angry god visited and left nothing but gore in his wake. And yet, through this window, you see before you a god of pure violence.
That's horrifying.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna kind of prepare for later to hear him kind of use a soft voice. I think that's Crusher. I don't know if you've heard that name, but I hope you guys can do what you need to do for him in here, because I can almost guarantee you don't want to go into that room.
And then Electo's neck just kind of tweaks a little bit, and she goes, "Yeah, I can crush her."
Jesus Christ, Electo. You really need therapy? And like Gio's gonna basically say that to you without like, I'm laughing right now, but Gio's dead serious. Like, you gotta get that head of yours checked, Chumba. Holy shit.
No, it's fine. I checked my implants today. We're good.
So everyone roll me stealth.
Oh, I'm good at these.
Okay. And then after image.
There we go.
No, that was Crusher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Crusher hears that hiss. And then he just looks back, says, "Oh." Let me get my voice changer on because this is going to be fun for me. And with that, everyone, a boss has arrived. It's time. Everyone, roll me initiative.
It's funny you say he's a god of violence, but we're the whole goddamn pantheon of cyberpunk violence.
We'll
You
see
got a
if
point
that
there.
holds true. We'll see if that holds true. Well, I'm not lying when I say this is probably the toughest thing you guys have ever fought.
See, you understand the curse of saying that, though. Because you know what usually happens? If you try to intend to have something OP, it dies in, like, 3 rotations. It's the stuff that you think, oh, this will just be waves, it'll be fine. That's what ends up killing us.
We'll
We
see
got
about
this.
that. We'll see about that. So, Crusher obviously is going first. So Crusher is gonna start by moving. Let me see. His move is 8, right? Yeah, his move is 8. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he is checking angles here. He does not, I think, have an angle on any of you from this distance. So he is just going to sprint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to get right up in your face. Like, and it is, he's as fast as you are away. Like 1 second he was over here. The next he is staring you in the face with his cyber eyes. Cold, dead, and terrifying. So Electo, we now come to you.
I just want to make a note as, like, the turns transition when he runs up on him like that. Wei's hands are tingling, and for the first time in a long time, he has a genuine smile as, like, his mind clears and he's about to focus on this fight.
Very cool. I think we lost Connor. Let me DM him real quick.
Luckily, but also unluckily, he did roll last in initiative, so
He did, yeah. Like, I just wanted to make sure that I don't totally lose him here. But, yeah. So, Electo, we come to you.
I want to throw an EMP grenade so the end just clips him.
Cool. I will draw a...
So that's like what, here-ish?
we'll draw a 10-meter circle, and I will move it appropriately. Be like...
Honestly, I'm at the point now, even if you accidentally clip me, aren't all my pieces at this point? Yeah, all my pieces at this point are hardened.
Yeah, so from here, this is still DV15 to get it to here, and then it catches Crusher if you throw it there. He does have the ability to try and evade this. I will say that. But
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, I'll throw my EMP grenade and I'll throw 3 luck into it. Why not?
yep. Let's see it. Not terrible. He unfortunately does dodge it, so he will just dodge to the left here and be out of it as it sparks harmlessly behind him.
My fault.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. Beautiful. Dr. J.
all right. I have a slightly different method of dealing with this problem. Would I be able to throw a shuriken grenade in through that window into the core room?
No, the window is very solid looking. It looks like it's at least double paned glass.
Shit.
So,
The goal wasn't to kill Crusher, the goal was to silence the beacon. So if we can at least get rid of the core, that's the problem solved.
I mean, there's your 10-meter radius. That would hit Crusher. It would just barely miss the core, though. But that is within your line of sight.
Let me check my options here.
Yep.
I think what I'm gonna do is try not to piss off the giant metal man.
That
And go.
assumes you have the option And that it basically assumes he's not already pissed off.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna make me the first target. That's for damn sure.
Well, that's fair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I have a fun thing I could do. Oh, all these consoles over here that are sort of just chilling. Guessing they're what you said says like everything is operational.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and toss a grenade a little bit. Actually, no, maybe not. Fuck it.
Because if you get it over here, because I think you do have line of sight to this. Yeah, you would have like a line of sight to that. You just lean around.
Oh, cool. That's just a railing. Oh, I thought that was a wall. Okay.
Yeah, well, like the room you guys are in, like this is a wall. This is a railing. Yeah, so you can
perfect.
just throw over it. Yep.
Oh hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, so that is a DV-15.
All right, and I've got thrown weapon on my bar. Loaded up. Wow. Okay, game. You're gonna be like that today.
So it goes wild by 10. So I'm going to count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Center's over here.
Huh.
So actually,
then.
it still lands kind of where you want it to. So this will nestle on the edge of this. Roll me damage on that. Beautiful. So yeah, the shurikens expand and snap into the core. It sparks a bit, but it still seems like it's going pretty strong.
Alrighty then, well that's it for me now.
Beautiful. All right. Wait.
You know I'm about to run these ones. I'm gonna step right up to him and I'm gonna try and hit him with a stunning strike first. Hit him with that pressure point thing.
You got it.
All into one hit. Please land.
All right. He's obviously going to try to evade this.
Yeah, it's martial arts. He has to.
Yeah.
Yes.
You hit. Roll me the damage. All right. So that will hit him. And it does stun him. So you said like next turn he can't take an action, just move.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still has his move. I could double check it in between turns if you want me to.
If you wouldn't mind, just so I know that I'm not giving you the raw end of that. But yeah, I think if I remember right, that is what it does.
No worries. I'm always happy to double check. I love this book.
Yep. So this guy, so Geo is going to try and take a blast at this guy. He will still be able to evade because this guy, of course, has a little more chrome in him than the commander did. He does dodge the first shot. Geo's second shot.
Oh, it's a spinal critical injury.
Oh, yeah. And I think I can add that. And does it say it just doesn't deal extra damage to him?
If they already have this critical injury, they do not suffer another. It doesn't say that they don't take the critical injury damage.
Beautiful.
It just says if you hit, your target suffers spinal injury, critical injury, in addition to your martial arts attack damage.
Beautiful. Okay, yeah, and that is exactly what we thought it is. They can move, they just can't take an action. All right,
Nice.
so Geo takes a second shot. Crusher's going to try to evade. Crusher's not going to evade the second one. All right, cool. Geo does do a little bit of damage. So Crusher is hurting a little bit. After image.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to him and I'm going to do a bone-breaking strike.
Cool. That sounds pretty self-explanatory, but what does that do?
It basically, I'm gonna try to hit him, and then if I hit him, he will suffer the broken ribs critical injury.
Bet. And it does.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about not suffering extra damage.
Yeah. So it says, The broken ribs critical injury in addition to your martial arts attack damage.
Fuck yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll me the
Cool.
attack.
Alrighty. Martial arts, and then I'm gonna spend some luck here. I'm gonna spend 2 luck.
Okay.
Let's do 3.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay. So obviously, yeah, you strike out and misses. Crusher kind of understands he's not in a great spot right now. So he's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is gonna undo his stun. Electo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna try and hit him with a smart rocket.
Bad. Okay, you're gonna aim it right at him.
That would hit Dr. J, wouldn't it?
It would.
So then I want to hit it. I want to aim it like over here so it catches him, but also like, kind of like is aimed at the core a little bit.
Okay, let me see. I just need to check your line of sight. Okay. So you've got line of sight to get it like here, but not to the core exactly. So yeah, so your LOS would put you at being able to see like, yeah, like pretty much anything within these like 3 lines here. So so you'd be looking at like that would hit him and hit the side of the core if it lands like right there on the edge of the railing.
Okay.
That wouldn't hit Dr. J.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. DV. I just confirm DV for you real quick. Of course it doesn't give me the rocket launcher outside of like 12 meters. Why doesn't it?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's just a bug. It's like they need to fix that bug already. Let me check the combat chapter real quick. Range combat, rocket launchers, and the distance was, god damn it, 20 meters. DV is 15. As good as you get with a rocket launcher.
Okay. That's not good.
All right.
Oh, well, that's not terrible. It is a smart rocket.
So smart ammunition, I believe, says. Let me check the ammo. Because you're right, it is smart rocket. So let me see.
If I miss by 4 or less.
And you're just outside of that, so this is gonna go wide. So let's count out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here.
Sorry, Dr. J.
Yeah, Dr.
Well-
J, you have 8 reflexes though, so you can try to dodge that. It's only a 10. And of course, Crusher can do the same, and he will. Yeah.
I actually like that he keeps dodging the explosions. It keeps him from running.
That is a nice little secondary.
Yeah, so you guys both escape it. Roll me the damage anyway, Maya, because it does still hit the core. Ooh! Yeah, so
Neat.
now that core is sparking something fierce. It is hurting quite badly. Fuck, I go to chores, kind of listen, and now Crusher? Yeah, Diamond, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Crusher landed on the party. Welcome back. So Electo, yeah, you did quite severely damage the core, it seems. Dr. J, You are right next to a very cyberpsychotic, very spooky man.
Oh, yeah, no thanks. One sec. Let me just readjust my character. Whoop. There we go. So I see that core start to go up. I'm just gonna take a shot at it with my assault rifle ammo out of the Eagle Tech.
You got it.
Just
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll me damage. Nice. All right. So yeah, that does a bit more damage to the core. It is still active, but yeah, this thing is blinking lights in the room here. Warning, core critical damage. Warning, core critical damage. So it's not looking good for that. Way.
All right, so we're going to close the now very small gap, thanks to him having to run from that explosion. And I'm going to go for another pressure point strike, but because the spinal injury can't stack, this time we're going to make it an aimed shot, and we're going to see how hard his brain case is.
You got it.
Skills. Oh, cool, it does have the aim button. So I can just do that.
Oh, no way.
Yes,
No.
dude.
No, he still
Oh, no,
dodges.
it ties. I should have put the luck in.
Oh, he does dodge it. Yeah. So your fist sails right past his. Holy shit. That is insane. Wow. Holy shit. Well,
That
Gio's
was the
gonna
one
step up.
opportunity, too.
Gio's gonna step up to the plate now. Let's see. Yep. So he dodges the first. Second shot.
we know that Gio's a two-shot kind of guy anyway.
Yeah, first shot usually misses. Second shot, much better. Just like usual. Good job, Gio. Yeah, it's spicy. Alright. Cool, not bad. Not bad. Crusher's still working. After image.
Okay. How's his armor looking?
His armor is not terrible, actually. His armor is looking pretty healthy still.
Okay.
A couple of his like chest plates are a little punched in, but other than that, he's still pretty. Holy shit! What just happened? Diamond, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Holy shit! Everyone can thank Diamond for their sub. Holy fuck, Diamond, you did not have to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. That was incredible. But you did. This is true. You did do that. All right. So after image, do you want to actually move next to him before using that melee weapon?
Sure. There you
Beautiful.
go.
Beautiful. So, and the other thing I noticed, I was looking at your sheet. Your melee weapon is just an excellent quality melee weapon. Is unless was I mistaken in what that was? Because it doesn't look like it's like a mono wakizashi or anything.
Oh, maybe I thought I had that on this character, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm also not seeing that now.
So yeah, then just roll me your excellent quality melee weapon, just because that does give you a +1 to hit when you roll it too, not just the skill.
Okay, I already wrote it.
Well, you rolled the skill. Okay, so it's a 22 then, if you were adding the +1. 'Cause
Okay, gotcha.
It doesn't automatically add that if you don't roll.
Yeah.
The weapon. Cool. So yeah, he will take the hit. Roll me damage.
Okay, so here's the damage for that one.
He does take hit. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll your second.
And then I'm going to do martial arts for this one because I'm doing an armor breaking combo on him.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah. So then here's the martial arts and I'm going to dump my luck on it. Good thing I did.
Yeah, that's looking pretty okay though. His evasion is enough
Okay.
to dodge it.
Gotcha.
All right. Crusher. Well, now that Crusher's got his turn, he's gonna go 1, 2. I just need to let me draw something here real quick for my own reference. Cool. So he's gonna back up here, and out of one of his arms, you see a pop-up grenade launcher, and he fires a grenade at exactly that radius that you see I have displayed. This is going to be, I believe, a DV-15 from this distance. Yes, that is a DV-15. So let us see if he can hit. And obviously everyone in the blast with 8 or more reflex can roll to evade that.
Let's see, beat 18, please. Easy. This
And
is what
then-
happens when you shoot it way. He just ghosts behind you.
And then Electo, and then yeah, after Image, you do get to... Okay, so Electo, you will be hit by this.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are hit by that. You are now on fire.
Okay.
And then Geo does not have the reflex, so he will also take this damage and be lit on fire. But yeah, after Image, you get to move pretty much right under Crusher there. Electo, you're on fire.
Yeah, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna put myself out.
Cool. You are no longer on fire.
Neat.
Beautiful. Dr. J.
All right. I'm gonna get the fuck back in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm gonna actually just fire an assault rifle round at our friend Crusher.
You got it. He will try to evade it. You
Oh,
hit.
oh, okay, cool.
Roll me the
Was not
damage.
expecting, to be honest.
Not bad
Hey.
damage either. Holy shit. So yeah, Crusher is hurting pretty bad now. So, Wei, we come to you.
Well, I don't think I want to let him have another turn again after that explosion, so I'm gonna 1, 2, 3 to get some room to run, and 1, 2, 3 and jump and kick him into the wall.
Well, this is not a wall. This is like an open vent. This is, if you see, you guys are like fighting in something resembling the Death Star walkways. So you could just
That's
knock
better.
him over the edge here.
It's funny you should mention that. Let's hope there's a nice big turbine down there for him. Oh my god, that's
Does
twice in a row.
Evade it. He does evade it. So yeah, he ducks you. You hit the railing, but yeah, you're like on top of him now.
We got 3 tokens all stacked.
Yep. All right, so Geo is obviously going to put himself out, and he is going to get one closer to kind of the action here while staying behind cover. After Image, you are stacked with the rest of the crew.
I am what, sorry?
You are stacked with, like, you, Wei, and Crusher are all on the same square right now.
I see.
So what would you like to do?
I will smack him in the face with an armor breaking combination.
Go ahead.
Here's the melee weapon of that. Or actually, maybe I should break his bones.
It's your call.
Yeah, I'll do that. Bone breaking strike.
I do
Evasion.
concur. If you crack his ribs, it'll lower his room to run to chase after the hurt people.
There we go.
You hit! Oh my god.
There we go.
So roll me martial arts damage. Again, you're rolling your
Okay.
skills and not your attacks.
Whoops. I don't know what the fuck is here, but that'll
What
at
are
least
you
give me this.
doing? Yeah, go.
There we go.
All right, so this goes to Crusher. And then Bone Breaker.
He has broken ribs.
broken ribs. Okay. And this does deal the extra damage.
So I mean, the way it's written is use your action to use martial arts special move resolution against a single target in melee range. Your target suffers a broken ribs critical injury in addition to your martial arts attack damage. So yeah, they also get the broken ribs damage.
Very cool. All right. Cool. So yeah, he's hurting bad. Crusher's up now. And Crusher is, of course, going to back away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, aim back in your guys' direction with that grenade launcher of his. And try to catch all of you in another grenade.
So he, since he moved, he's gonna resuffer the critical injuries bonus damage to his hit points because he moved more than 4 meters.
Does broken ribs work there? Oh, it does. Okay. Fuck. That's okay. He will do that all the same. So he is gonna slam that. You will be dealing with, I believe it's a DV15. Yeah, DV15 for him to connect this. So
He's a Borg boss anyways. Even if he didn't feel the broken ribs, he would probably ignore it to put on the front.
After image is good on the dodge. So you can move.
Oh
your
yeah,
token.
that's 20. I need to get... Okay, come on, B to 20. That's not bad.
Yep, that you can also move right where after image is. Dr. J, go ahead and roll me the same check. Evasion.
Working on it.
You succeed. You can go back here. And Geo will again just suffer the damage because he does not have... Oh.
Geo getting bullied.
Geo...
That's 4 taros in one session.
Yeah, that is more than just bullied. That is full on. We've already had 1 tarot earlier, and then there were 3 more that would have qualified if indeed the thing allowed for more than 1 in a session. So that's actually insane how many taros we've had tonight. Yeah, that is... He is hurting bad. Electo.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's not very good. What's a 30-meter DV for a rocket?
For a rocket... Let me see. We are looking at 15.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot my smart rocket at him.
That's if it hits the wall, basically.
Okay.
So after image, you will be in the blast radius.
Oh wait, after image is there?
Yeah, after image right here.
Yeah, after image is underneath my token because we both landed on the same square after running from
But yeah, you can both evade. You can both evade.
Yeah, all right. I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it.
Send it.
I can only speak for myself, but I mean, if I have maxed evasion, if I fail at this point, it's kind of willed that I take this damage, you know?
Ooh, this goes wide.
Well, it's a... What was the DV?
DV is a 15, so you do get to make another attempt at the roll, but roll a d10 plus 10. It's just a flat
D10
10.
plus 10.
Yeah, flat 10 instead of the normal modifiers. You basically got a 50-50 at this range, if this hits or not. You beat the 50-50. It hits right on there. So yeah, you two can still get out. I will roll his evasion now against the new... Oh my god.
Yay!
Please go ahead, Maya. Roll us that giant rocket damage.
Get fucked, Borg man.
All right, 24 damage. That is That is, as they say, a lot of damage. Damn. All right. Well, he is into death saves. Dr. J.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts me in line of sight. He's in the death saves, and so is the core. I'll pop another bullet into it. Oh, of course.
Let's see. I think from this range, that's still a DV13, so I think that actually still hits. Let me double check. Is there any interpretation of this where it gets down to a DV13? Yeah, it's big enough. I'd say go for it. That's probably enough to hit it.
It's a barn. It's a barn. We're good.
It's a barn, and on one, oh my god. Yeah, so this thing sparks its last. This thing just deactivates. Behind you, you hear a bunch of sirens announcing core down, reactor overload imminent.
Man, my characters love doing this.
They do.
Yeah.
Way, you hear all the alarms going off in the room behind you. Crusher is in front of you. He is on death's door. What are you doing?
Oh. Well, he's
Check
gonna look
it.
at him, look at the door, look at him, look at the door, and then he's going to draw his Mono 3, run up and like do a coup de grace at his neck, and just add some extra on there.
Okay.
So I will move myself. I can move quick. I trust myself to get out by the time I hear that countdown. I'll be out before it's over.
That, remind me, Painted or is just seriously wounded? Okay. So yeah, this guy will be taking his -4s now. That's good.
Okay, so he's still gonna try and dodge.
Oh, of course he will, yeah.
I do have fumble recovery, so that'll just get set to base.
So base would then be 16, which is still evaded by him.
Okay. Well,
Mono-
that's fine. I was only gonna take 1 slash.
Yeah, and Gio says, fuck, and he looks at the terminals. Shit, we gotta go, and he just runs for the door. He's out of here. He's running. He's booking it. After image.
I will also book it.
Okay. So you got...
I have 6 moved. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So we're gonna
I'm
move.
trying.
Okay. And then, are you gonna double move then?
Yeah, that's actually smart, huh?
Yeah. So you'll get out the door as well. You are gone. All right. Wait. Wait. We're on you now. Or we would have been, because it's just going up to the last one before. Okay, cool. So now Crusher's up. Crusher, show us your death save.
Die.
He's successful. So he is going to look at you, and as usual, he is going to just say, and he is going to attack you with his own martial arts attack.
Buddy has martial arts.
But
Okay,
he
let me
has
see what this dodge
martial
Stevie is.
arts.
Let me see what I'm dodging here.
You are dodging a 19.
Light work.
Easy. He is going to do it again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's easy for you.
Yeah.
Yep, easy. So he just opens this door that you can see is marked exit, and he is going to leave the arena.
Can I see beyond the door as it was open? Like where that, like, is he running into a stairwell? Is it like an
Yeah.
elevator room that he's about to go up?
It's a stairwell. Yep. So Electo, we come to you. You're gone.
Zoink, Scoob.
Dr. J.
I'm gonna look at Way and go, it's not worth it. Let's get out of here. I'm out. See ya. I'm gonna bounce out the door at the bottom sprint.
Fuck yeah. All right, Way.
Way's gonna look back at the door one last time. Fuck. Another day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm out.
Gone. All right, cool. So that is the end of the combat. Good job, guys. All right, so as the tension kind of continues, though, you all know that this reactor is gonna go. It's gonna go pretty quick. I am gonna roll. You guys can, if you're running, basically, you all can move at least a good 20 meters a turn, if not more. So,
Question, do I still have possession of my hoverboard, or did I lose that in the final?
I believe you jumped off of it to do something at the end. Did you not?
Yeah, I jumped off of it for the kick, but it like landed inside, and I can't remember if I like picked it up and left with it or not.
I think you did. So I think you've still got it.
Okay, because I remember that as like a thing that I don't think we ever actually put on the sheet.
Yeah, we might not have. So yeah, let's say you've still got it. That's totally fair to me.
Yeah, I'm just floating stairs with hoverboard. I needed to know if that was what he was doing.
Yeah,
if I still
so
had that or not.
Geo being the first out is pretty good. I'm gonna roll something on my end here. This is a short clock. All right, so you guys can hear under your feet the sound of hissing, popping. It's not sounding good. Like, this is sounding very, very bad. So Way, despite being one of the last people to leave, you got your hoverboard, so you're like sailing past most people. Electo, you're out pretty quick because your speed is your speed's only 5, so you're kind of middle of the pack. Geo has a move of 6, so he's not far from you. Dr. J, you're the same. And after image is 6. Okay, cool. So I need you all to roll me athletics checks.
And I just wanted noted I added it to my sheet so that I could see the narrative speed. It's 30 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's still athletics to control.
Fucking go.
Let's fucking go, Dr. J. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
When it's time to go, man's got the burners.
And yet again, after image crit fails.
The one dude that trips up the stairs. No.
Ugh. After image, I am so sorry. All right. So Geo, likewise, is having a little bit of a difficult time. The rest of you are doing great. Unsurprisingly, the rest of you are doing great. So 3 of you get out easily. Dr. J, Way, and Electo, you all managed to push yourself.
If I was last one out, if he was like having a rough time of it going up, would I be able to make an attempt to scoop him and like ride up the rest with him, so to make sure that after image gets out? Because I would spot him struggling first.
Let's see. Roll me, because it'll throw your balance. You know that is like a given if you try to grab him up, and like, because he's heavy. He's like you.
The hoverboard usually I know that it has like I think it has the same type of DV scale as a skateboard, but it runs off of athletics instead of driveland.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is this though. I'm gonna make you roll an endurance check to make sure you can like hold your balance while you grab this heavy ass man off his feet and try to like throw him out the door with you.
Let's go. Spend my 2 luck on it.
That's enough. I will accept that. That is just enough.
Just over 13.
You grab him by like the back of his shirt, throw him in front of you, and then tumble off your board as you exit the building. After image, you're in a bad spot. You see the light of the doorway ahead of you, and then you start feeling the ground under your feet give way. So, some things are about to happen. Cutscenes are about to play in rapid succession. Go ahead. Because your reflex is so high, you will get a chance for this. Roll me an evasion check, and I'm going to roll something for the force of the explosion here.
My reflex is 4.
Oh, your reflex isn't a... Do you have a reflex coprocessor?
Yes, I do.
So that is still... It qualifies. Same difference.
Okay.
Not enough. All right. So the following is about to hit you. All right. So 27. Thankfully, your armor will help you with this. I need to see. So your armor is at 10 on the body. So this will only take you down to 7 by 17. So you're down to 26. Body's ablated by 1. As the building starts to collapse in around you, bits of debris slam against your back, pin you onto the ground. You could feel like the building is collapsing. Like this is very, very, very bad. The rest of you see Afterimage try to get out of the way, and then rubble slams down on him. Those of you with infrared vision can see that he is pinned under the rock, under the smoke and the rubble here.
Wait, I thought Wade picked him up.
Big Ben's moving. I'm grabbing rocks. Well, my intention was to grab him, but I think I ended up grabbing Geo instead. But
yeah, because
it's
Geo
fine.
was...
This makes for more drama.
Geo was much closer to the exit, so you were like right next to him when he got out. Whereas Afterimage kind of tripped behind you as this happened. So
yeah, I would have already passed him on the stairs and been up more by Geo by the time he would have messed up.
Yeah, and yeah, that check would not have been enough to save him because Geo was just barely off. That was the last little bit he needed. You would need some much better to get Afterimage. So, with that said, we've got.
Speaking of getting Afterimage, you said rocks piling. I need to start undoing rubble because I do have the infrared IR and I need to start tearing him out.
Yep, you've got exactly 4 attempts here to get whatever's on top of him off of him. During this time, the radiation is very high here. This is a nuclear core going off underneath you. It is very bad. So you going back in to help him, Wei, you're deadly on fire until you get out of this. So for every action you take, there will be 6 damage applied to you unless it's 2 rate of fire. In which case it's going to be after 2. So
that means that it will be... See, that's what I'm wondering right now. With the action economy, would it be better... Depending on like if it's large rock, should I just Dragon Ball Z this and start punching these rocks into pebbles so that it's easier to climb out of? Or should I be expending the effort to move it 1 boulder at a time? I guess it just depends on the size of the rocks.
Yeah, I mean, the rubble is all kinds of sizes. The ones pinning him down are pretty big.
Okay, well, I want to spend my first turn with 2 martial arts attacks to try and break down the bigger boulders into small enough bits that I can pull that rubble aside and start shoveling out stuff.
Okay. So you're going to try and knock the bigger ones out, essentially?
Yep.
Martial arts, just roll damage on it.
Send it.
That's pretty good. So yeah, you do feel some of it try to give It's not enough to break through it, but it definitely weakens considerably. Roll me another round of damage there. Because that's 2 rate of fire. Good. Yeah, that's enough. So you managed to break some of the largest rocks, pinning him down. After Image, go ahead and roll me an athletics check to try and like wriggle out from underneath this now that some of the weight is off of your back. That's really good. So as you shatter the rocks on top of it, you see After Image like clawing his way forward underneath it. He is mostly free. His legs are still kind of under the rubble, but they are not nearly as pinned as he was before. So Wei, what's your next choice of action here?
Could I do the like double forearm grab, tell him hold on tight and grit your teeth and try and pull him out?
Yep, athletics. Perfect. Yeah, so you just yank him out, and you can both leave in the same turn so that this is the last damage either one of you take. So, beautiful. So you are both hurting considerably, but other than that, you are alive, and you kind of bear witness as the foundations start to crumble. Gio says, get in the fucking car! Go, 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 go! We got it, Delta! And he gets in the driver's seat. I assume no one's waiting to follow directions here.
Nope.
Everybody's hopping in there.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
it.
So Gio is going to try and peel the fuck out of here. So obviously he has Moto on top of this. And it's like a Moto 6. So I'm going to add some mods for him here. Oh, he does great. So yeah, he immediately like skids this around 180 and just peels back in the direction you guys came from. And if you look backwards or look in his rear views behind you, you see a flare emanate up into the sky and the tower collapses behind you. And that is all that is left of the old Militech building. It is nothing but a pile of rubble now. Whether Crusher got out of there is to be debated. But one thing's for sure, After Image, that signal is fucking black. It is dead. So good job, guys.
Ooh.
You guys
Oof.
pulled it off. Hell yeah. We don't have to retcon anything in season 2. Let's go.
I got scared for a minute. That shotgun blast to the face as an opener, that was scary.
Yeah, that was good. All right. So you guys all end up back at the Inferno. Some of you a little worse for the wear. Critical failures plaguing your every step as usual.
Oh, and on the way back, I'm gonna let me flip a coin because I want to make sure I make my money. D2.
Because I think you've only hit 1 speed heal so far, right?
Exactly, and I said 2. So I look at Wei and I'm like, hey buddy, I hope you're all right with this, but if you want, I'll split my winnings with you. I'll turn the After Image and I'll give After Image my 2nd speed heal so I make sure I win the bet with Royal.
Bet. All right, cool. So yeah, After Image, you get 16 HP back. You are no longer seriously wounded. Good shit. So yeah, so you guys get back to the Inferno without too much more fanfare happening. Your rad suits have held up for you for the most part. The first thing Royal has you do though, when you guys get close to the club, he directs you around the back entrance as Gio kind of reaches out to him. So when you pull up, he meets you kind of out by the loading docks, and he's got a hose in his hand. And as you each kind of hop out of the vehicle, he just hits you with a high pressure spray from the hose to like dust off any contaminants that are on the outside of your clothes and things. And he's
hold on, this is important. Is he hitting the hose while we're in the suits and like knocking all the stuff off the suit, or is he hitting us in our clothes after we've like disrobed and got back?
Oh, he is hitting you. He says, "Don't take the suits off. Whatever you do, do not take those off. We need to decon you."
Okay.
Yeah. So when you guys get there, and you know there's pretty standard protocol if you're being smart about your expeditions into the hot zone. So yeah, you guys get back and he sprays you down with a hose, and you can see it's got like a small cartridge attached to the bottom that's like feeding into the water. And you recognize that this is probably a chemical solution to interact with the radioactive bits and kind of deactivate them, so to speak, make them less radioactive, so that the radiation can wash away into the gutters and not be harmful. As soon as he's done spraying you down there, he says, all right, now you're going to take those stupid things off. And so you can all kind of get out of these radiation suits now, which are, they're like dry suits. They're like head to toe. So you're not wet at the end of it. So as you all kind of take those off and come back into the club, he says, all right, so as promised, Rex is going to meet you. And he says, and Dr. J, I expect you probably had to heal these guys. They look kind of rough, but not rough enough that I would think they didn't get dosed.
So I'll legit go into my pocket and pull out the 2 clearly used empty vials and just sort of slap them on the table and give them a grin.
Fuck! God damn it. Okay, fine. Fair. Fair is fair. And he hands you your 1,000 eddies. And so with that, you all get back into the club. And sitting in the VIP booth where Royal normally sits, his throne of honor, if you will, is a tall, silver-haired man with blue eyes that all of you recognize because you probably spent the most time working for this dude. You see Rex Royale sitting there, grin on his face. And so as you all approach, Royal kind of pulling up the rear behind all of you, says, so I hear our little problem is dealt with, so now it's time for me to honor my end of the bargain. The penthouses are going to take some time to work on. Most of them aren't finished yet, but I've arranged con-apps for all of you. In any building of your choosing, I can get you a deed. It's yours to use as you will. But this is the least I can do to show my appreciation for what you've done today. And then, of course, there's the matter of payment. I have it on these cred sticks here. I won't say the amount out loud for fear that you might attract undue attention. But it's all there. You can check it. I promise I've never stiffed you on payment once. And I certainly don't intend starting now.
Hell yeah.
So, you all get a cred stick. Each of you get 10,000 eddies.
Money, 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 money.
Yep. And you retain your status as living legends in the city. And after image, you definitely get the recognition from Rex here as well. Says, it appears as though your hair isn't singed. I'm going to assume you didn't have to fight whatever it was in that core.
I had to... Rocks falling were my main adversary here tonight.
That is unfortunate. That might explain the limp. Okay. Well...
Big man helped me out, though, and I put a hand on Wade's shoulder. So I'm all good.
Good to hear it. Well, obviously, I thank you deeply for getting involved in our little mess here. As usual, we don't talk about what happened here tonight. But other than that, you've done a great job. Good job, every single one of you. I hope that at some point in the future here, I may be so bold as to call upon you again once things have cooled down a little bit.
You wouldn't believe what was in that core if we told you, Rex.
Now you have my curiosity, but I imagine my curiosity won't be sated in mixed company. And he kind of glanced around the club at all the people who are kind of like looking as this crew of edge runners just walked through the back entrance like it was nothing. But we'll have a time, I'm sure, to exchange stories later. After all, you still do run a clinic, and I happen to own it. So I'm sure I'll get the story from you one of these days.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. So with that, we draw to a close our little epilogue. That is the Echo. Good job, everyone. That was a lot of fun. I personally had a great time. I hope all of you did as well. But Ghost, you were right. Crusher was not that big an issue for you guys. I'm shocked.
Yep. I called it. You gave us a 1v1. The whole thing is when we get split up and then one of them is an issue. And like I think the season 1 finale of the year you fight is a great example of like Dr. J tried to step up and be part of the front line on that guy at one time and went, oh, this damage scaling is busted. I'm going back to healing now.
Yep.
Like, and we kind of all understand our dynamics, and stunning. Oh, when you have a full party pointing all their weapons at one thing, and you take away, like that dude didn't get to act until the 3rd round of combat. That hurts.
That did. No, that was impressive. So, normally, you all know I would award you IP, but I think this is probably the last time we'll see these characters used by players.
We'll see about that.
I'll award you IP. I will award you each 70 IP for the group effort. There is the sub-objective, of course, of figuring out what exactly the signal contained. Because you had the word of the Militech guy, but not exactly the your own eyes seeing exactly what it was. So I'll give you 70 because that was otherwise a very good mission all the same. For personalized IP, honestly, I'll give each of you 40 because you all did contribute to the mission in your own way, playing your roles appropriately. MedTech supported, did way things. Electo fucked things up with rockets. And ultimately, Afterimage is the guy who found the path forward and avoided some extra time needing to be wasted on getting down there. So there was a potential for you guys fighting both Militech and Crusher at the same time. So the fact that that didn't happen is entirely due to Afterimage finding the signal when he did. So
given the fact that you said that Black Swan would be something that would help something in the arena, if Crusher would have gotten a hold of Black Swan, who fucking knows what would have happened?
Crusher would have been much harder if he was on the edge of getting Black Swan when you got there. Like that was what was on the line there, and you guys actually got there in time. So good job.
We failed the stealth roll successfully. It's exactly that situation we were talking about where because you failed the stealth roll, he notices you and stops the pivotal story plot from happening.
Yeah, exactly. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, as far as this goes, so because this is our anniversary show, I do want to still talk with all of you and talk about kind of the last year, because goddamn, Connor is the only one here who hasn't been playing for the entire length of time. But Connor's played with me in real life plenty. So if you can, I realize it's nearly midnight where I am, meaning for some of you it's much later. But are you all down to stick around a little longer here if we take a quick break to get water and stuff?
I unfortunately can't as much as I'd love to because it's 2 a.m. here.
Damn it, Maya. Why are you like this? Why are you abandoning us?
It's not my fault they invented time zones.
It's true. It's not your fault. I'm going to blame you for it all the same, though.
That's fair.
No, it's all good, Maya. All right. Well, we are going to go to break. For those of you on YouTube, if there's anything super substantive in the after show, I probably will cut it and make it a separate video for all of you. Just because I don't want to leave you guys out on this particular one because this is a bit of a special occasion. But normally our after show talks are for Twitch only. So Twitch, you will be getting the full body discussion, whatever shenanigans happen, all of that. YouTube, I will keep recording, and if there's anything substantive, I'll cut it for you. Otherwise, this may be the end, at the very least for the main game, which I will post to the playlist. For the rest of Neon Inferno, this will be the end of that. So for YouTube, I hope all of you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until next time, probably be next week, stay safe, and we'll see you then. For the rest of you, don't go anywhere. We will be right